an incredibly hyped matchup. I mean, with the stakes that are being presented to both of these teams, a trip to Masters Toronto on the line, and both of the RXs are so used to being there. They're so used to being that team that goes to the international events.
Oh my days.
But this time around, it may not be.
Sorry.
Brother v brother here, it feels like.
100%?
As we get ready to jump into this one. Lotus to start us off once again, then an Icebox as the follow-up.
Oh.
DRX faithful cheering out. I'm sure the PRX faithful cheering from behind their PCs.
Oh god.
Majority of which will be watching from home. As for now, default down tap of the orb. Kid Crash used here. Hyunmin clears out the door. Jing just going to be tucked in for the moment, hiding away. So far, it's a very quiet round here from both sides.
All right.
Oh god.
Let's see what DRX can do. Being very cautious. You want to figure out where these double duelists are going to be coming at you from, especially Jing, who has been devastating, especially in pistol rounds for PRX recently. Back on the raise, back on that comfort, and he's been making the most of it.
Saw how quickly he was able to get those showstoppers online versus Boom on this very map. I believe it was 3K into 3K when the pistols came down to it. 40 seconds still remaining on the clock. Everybody from DRX now clustered up as Bane. Lineup set up here for Waterfall. The wall will go up and over the top. See where it plops down right there. The perfect position. Starting to get cleared out here. And for now, the site going to be taken by DRX. Devi holding back here on the corner. Headshot finished off, freeing. Clean with that ghost as ever. Now looks to back away as Prowler and Paranoia both get sent over towards this singular player.
No.
He swoops back down over towards Waterfall. Is able to find himself a second kill as Mako, unscouted, unnoted, and untenable, has torn apart 3. And DRX will take the opening pistol.
Yeah, just good map, map control here for DRX. They're able to push some space on towards Rubble.
For now.
Use some of that info they're finding early to pivot over towards C. PRX has to try to fight their way back in. And that grenade made Jing feel like that corner was going to be clear, but it didn't go quite deep enough. Mako was able to slide down the ramp a little bit, retake that position, and clean up the round. So DRX comes out with that first pistol.
You guys know the history with PRX and pistols, right?
Hyunmin looking for an opportunity. Smoke blooms just in time for the players of PRX, but it's DRX's smoke.
4 targets through that smoke. Now scaling forward, Hyunmin going for the peak, finds 1 target. Quick little exit here as Treya sticks around for a little bit longer. Finds 1 swap to the ghost. Hyunmin tagged low, backpedaling, but swiftly puts Forsaken on the floor. Orb going to be picked up here, freeing, looking to get that Armageddon online. As seems like the quiet over towards A being signaled over here to the rest of the players. Hyunmin asks for the rotation. They abide. DRX successfully avoid the final 2 players of PRX.
Yeah, just PRX trying something a little bit cheeky, as is normally the case. And they're going to be pretty quick to rotate, though. And depending on the timing, well, Mako's just seemingly just going to turret in that direction. Doesn't want to let that flank come through, find any value. But this is going to open up some space here. DRX is going to grab an extra orb, figure out who they want to get the plant over to. Try to fast track some of those ults.
Mako sending the Paranoia, tapping the door. He's constantly shifting back towards the site now. Peeks out, back Rubble, finds 1. Not going to be able to find a transfer for that second. So it does get taken down. Bit of damage going to be dealt here, but it's going to be Hyunmin as well, finding himself 3 charges towards that dimensional drift. DRX start things off 2-0.
Yeah, that's just solid stuff from Hyunmin. Hasn't died yet. 3 kills so far. Mako, though, just, relieved of the IGL duties and is just able to go out and frag and is accomplishing that. Has been a real force for this team as usual. You just are going to expect that Mako's putting up numbers. Now it's PRX's chance to try to respond. Still, though, a couple Bulldogs, that Outlaw, some good weaponry PRX is going to have to face.
Mako TP'd Back rubble, bit of pressure coming his way, swing out, something able to find the headshot, puts him down. Line spray forward into the smoke. Not going to be rewarded with any damage. A 1-for-1 at the end of it all, Jing. Left dead on the floor. Sheer wall here. As Batman, I'm not sure if that jiggle went wide enough to actually get the spot out. Estrella holding the angle. They got a double face, but he actually pulls off. He's finding the timing here, does Estrella, to go ahead and get himself out of harm's way.
And Batman now send that Prowler out. Seen by DRX. It's just going to be freeing on his own. Salvo's about to come back online. Forsaken, just got a peek.
At least there's
a belter of a shot.
He's down.
Instead, just
Nice.
quick little back pedal. Hyunmin on the floor. Player advantage down here for the side of PRX.
Nice!
Forsaken looking for more. He will indeed find it. 3 kills. Spike now on the ground. Wall tripped, freeing.
Oh, ground!
Locked in position with the player on the flank.
30 seconds left.
Ball 2, we know where he is.
Thinking about his best course of action here. Would love to get some more damage in.
Gotta know he's probably pillars.
Swoops around, something about to be in the open, but has the headshot. Crispy with it, survives the 46
no,
HP,
3-0.
4 players alive. PRX
God,
get
thank
themselves
God for
on
the no
board, denies
3-0,
the
bro.
bonus.
Yeah, this is really crucial for PRX to come through this relatively unscathed. Good read there by something.
Are you okay
Yeah,
to
Hyunmin
ask
able
for-
to find the one.
I
Jing
don't have
trying to
ads.
blast pack his way a little bit closer to
No.
Rubble, but it's caught in transition. Forsaken
Free
holding the
rolls.
line very, very
Interesting.
nicely. So that Rubble fight in the long run going PRX's way.
Move my wall.
Curious how much attention DRX wants to play to this, but I mean, having that deadlock in there makes things a little bit trickier. In
Not
that regard.
crazy
You're
enough
not
to
gonna
have ads during
quite as
games,
much
dude.
util. You still have the tail, of course.
It's called pre-roll ads on Twitch. Like when you click on the stream, you get it.
We're about to have a fight at Mound.
That's a Twitch thing.
gonna be
Unless
what
I run
Mako
3 minutes of
loses.
ads every hour, then it will be off. But I don't want to
He's
run
trapped
ads.
there. On his lonesome, ends up getting taken down.
30.
Still the double stack set up, freeing around the corner. Boombot looking to try to scout him out. Does not, however. The question is, do they think that he's there? But they're not going to stick around to find out. Quick back away, Forsaken back to Jiggle peeking here.
That should give you a pretty good read that it's going to be A. I mean, Freeing trying to sell this as best as he can, but that Prowler got no contact at B
Oh,
from
their smokes
Patman.
is down first again.
Flash to try to
Good.
do something, and something gonna know here with that tap of the door for sure. PRX ready to roll.
Wall to try to block off stairs. Estrella given the task of trying to breach this position here, perhaps. Jing gonna be taken down, but Bandit Hyunmin quickly traded out as something.
4v2, we don't throw.
Estrella doesn't even get the opportunity to be involved in the fight, which is a glimpse there. On to Patman. B-site opened up 2v4 though.
30
Trying
seconds
to
left.
keep the lead.
2v4.
Ring, is he going to be ready for this angle? And he's just slowly walking forward. There's
Nice.
the check. And there's the snap. Forsaken. Looking damn clean so far. Dimensional Drift even committed just to give no opportunity whatsoever. Estrella is going to be harassed by the Yoru as the defuse gets started. And now he just holds him back, locking him away from the site. 2-2. We are tied up. PRX very nicely dispatching DRX here.
Look at us
Yeah,
not
they're
giving
just
them the
reading the map
1v1,
really well. This is
v1v1s.
something that impressed me when I was doing some VOD review,
that's
getting
what we like to
ready
see,
for
no?
today with PRX in their run-up here in the playoffs. They're making really good use of the information that they're finding on the map, and it's stuff like what Patman does. He just throws out a Prowler B. You know, they've
Oh,
only had a
yeah,
little
we
bit
do
of
have a
contact
watch
C.
party.
Over at A,
Wait, it's-
something's able to backpedal, and they're still able to kind
In a
of
mall?
put the pieces together
Wouldn't it
that
be
this
too
is going to
low?
be an A hit, and, you know,
What?
just
that
smother
work?
DRX out of that A attempt, force them over to B, where Forsaken's happy to find that off angle, get the kill. And here we go. Now, Hyunmin TP's with his ult. Gonna go just check things out. Razorvine's there to slow up if there's any fast hit off the back of it. And look at where PRX is.
Yeah, they're all clustered up. They're showing discipline, though. They're playing back, not wanting to give the opportunity over to DRX to find these opening picks. The wall quickly cleared out because they have everyone in positions, and now the site
What
is
the
suddenly
hell is happening?
that much more insight here for them. As Jake bounding forward, able to find one. Bane, Hyunmin trading it back. Straight on the floor, the spike not yet planted. Mako has the ultimate. Be a potential pivot angle, but they're still widely stuck in here. One back online, Mako able to find one. A little bit of a wide swing out. Patman trying to just whittle away here at Hyunmin.
Please!
Hasn't really gotten too much contact yet. Now is going to be the last one standing. And as he swings back through, Hyunmin will have the headshot. 3 players alive. Mako holding on by a sliver. As DRX do manage to go ahead and reestablish the lead by 1 round.
Yeah, don't mind the ideas here on the fly from PRX.
We won a 2-0, right?
You know, wanting to stack up, wanting
In
to
another
deal with
universe,
that
it'd be nice to have
deadlock
all
wall
3 maps.
as quickly as
You know.
possible.
But not this game, dude.
But I mean, DRX post plant, even though it's not technically a post plant, but they get into these crossfires, they get into these setups, and they're so tough to break. They're so disciplined.
We need it.
So having to give up space early is going to play into DRX's hands, in my opinion. And now you've got a couple huge ults. Annihilation, Armageddon. Ooh, miss of the shot.
A rare miss.
Uh-oh.
Considering how he's been performing with the op in the last few days. Double stack at mounds.
Them cockroach!
Gets cleared, spots him out. Forsaken ready in case there's going to be more pressure coming in this direction, but DRX already has scattered to the winds. Shoulder spotted.
Oh.
A warning shot there at the end of the day for something.
Time to jump. Here.
Still though, they're reading this nicely. The player's still that close to the door. Send some reinforcements over to back up this operator. He's going to put the TP at drop, but maybe this seemingly going to be a B pivot with players at B main. There is that vice wall.
Yeah, looking for the net just in case there's somebody playing close. No one going to be spotted. Sonic sensor going to be set up there. With the connector positions, paint shells get ready to fly, bouncing forward.
Okay, fine retake. Oh
Looking for some
god.
damage, bring on the crossfire, able to find a vibe. Patman going to be taken out, but not before he's able to find Hyunmin. But out of bullets!
Oh my!
Not able to find anything. Is Forsaken cannot escape the grasp here. The Annihilation catching just a moment before the TP could go through. Dragged it to his demise. Something now just looks to try to hold on to this operator. But this round is on lock. DRX looking to move up now 4-2.
Yeah, DRX doing a great job. Saw it early in the pistol round in the follow-up where they're really working the map nicely. Here they're kind of back to it. Getting that early B main control. PRX giving up a lot of space. DRX able to take full advantage of it this time. It's a quicker pivot. It's an instant decision to set up that B crunch. And it works an absolute treat. Don't want to mess with the op anymore though. I'm just going to let PRX carry that over. Curious if we're going to see an early timeout from Alex and Mindfreak.
Oh my!
Weird to say that.
Brief.
Getting used to it.
Do the pregnant
That
lady
being said,
brief
you know, I
thing
think-
style. What
Good.
the hell is it?
I think it's the
Hee
perfect time to do it. I
don't know if it
and I
works
think
for
really what I'm saying
normal
here is
situations, but you
get
know
a
what I
little
mean.
bit more aggressive at the mains. Get a little bit more aggressive at C Mound. Take a little bit more map control here. You don't have to go nuts, but because it's going to be,
Okay.
especially with that op there, you should be able to do a pretty good job of locking down one side or another, either C or A, and then playing a little bit more aggressive off the back of that is potentially what it could be. But also
Pissing me off.
talking to some people behind the
Ripping my
scenes,
hair out,
Mindfreak
bro.
really getting involved during these
Yeah.
timeouts.
There
He's
you go.
like
Fixed it.
really got some good ideas. There were some
Yeah,
timeout
the
calls
pregnant lady breathing thing.
previously when they played Boom.
I don't
that
know
he
if it
came through
works.
with
Does
some
it only
really
work
good
if you're
calls that
pregnant?
literally won PRX
Or when you want to
rounds.
puke?
So
I have no idea how it works.
nice to see
You know
him
what I mean?
getting involved and still keeping that positive mentality, still being that team player. Yeah, but Patman as well was
You only
man,
brief
he
you.
was so
That's
good
not
in
what I meant.
last week. He was so clutch,
What
dude.
the hell?
That was a huge part of that victory for them.
Please,
May
DRX,
have an
go to
opportunity.
Toronto.
Yeah. May still have an opportunity to have that impact again if this goes to 3. And this is PRX's pick here, this Lotus map, so we'll see how they fare. Have the operator, still very solid potential to get some damage. Don't not pull off the Thrifty, given that, well, I was going to say everybody else has Sheriffs. Forsaken ups to change over to the Ghost. Nade ready. As well as that C's trying to get a catch here at back rubble. No one really be caught by it as the push forward. And James
Okay,
able to
gonna
barrel
take
stuff,
that?
finds Hyunmin. Showstopper
Hold
immediately
that.
going to be drawn out, but it seems like botched. I think he died.
Let me bring the
as he
up
was
to the
trying
next
get the
round
rocket to
again.
fly. No flick to be found. Something. Repositioning shifts over. As DRX could
next
very
round.
much do the same and
We
just
trying this?
call a pivot over towards B.
Bring it to the next round, it's fine.
Looks like they want to still plant here on A.
Unless-
Paranoia catching onto them for a moment, forces them
My
off the
God.
angle. The full flash connects now on the device. He plays towards drop.
Gotta be mega careful here or something. Do not want to give that operator over.
I feel like the call has to be for him to go to a save. It's okay, Estrella not quite able to spot out Divide from there, but the salvos will go ahead and ensure his demise. An attempt to try to take somebody down with him. At the end of the day, though, it's going to be something once again holding on to the operator, so Thrifty not to be found.
Yeah, but I like the ideas here from PRX. You have some really good util to contest that A main control, that A lobby control. Throw it at DRX, make them make the first move. Put the pressure onto Hyunmin. I mean, as great as he has been this year, put some pressure onto him and see if you can come through. Obviously, weaker weaponry there may be a big part of that equation, but it was exactly what I was kind of looking for. You have something to take C-mount control with the op. You put some pressure at Rubble. The big picture ideas are good. Obviously, the weaker weaponry, not.
Yeah. We'll see how they fare going into the next buy. Does feel a lot more costly, though. We'll see here perhaps what happened to the showstopper. Yeah, just an attempt at sending it, but point blank there was Bane able to find the punish immediately before that could even fly out. Otherwise, that could have been absolutely devastating. So for now, still a bit of a slow game for Jing. Have to wait the cycle up that next one. Steel Garden going to be online here for the side of PRX. Not too
this
far
is the round we
off
gotta
having
win.
that Nightfall either. Patman just
And
one
save
more
game,
charge.
Well, this time, something shifting over towards B. I have a chance. Depends on if they commit a flash.
You're not peeking, goddammit!
Paranoia to this angle. See Mako and Hyunmin.
Fake out being sent, not being bought.
He's got.
This would have been a hell of a time to fake it either way. Sure, Walt does get cleared. Mako starting to drift backward. The swing out. There you
thank
go.
God.
Right to the midsection. Something has the kill.
Should be reading pretty well pretty soon that this is going to be C, but all this util very far back for PRX.
Ultimate's ready.
Gonna have an ultimate there as well for Australia.
Gonna triple flank them.
They're gonna pop it and
Just like it.
PRX wise to it.
Backed away.
Yep.
Triple push.
Stuck behind the
A bit of a slow
wall.
up there outside of A main, but
A
something
flank.
on the peak, able to find one. Is Australia going to be taken down? Op still finding that value, and now he repositions, wrapping around, joining in alongside Devi. Weapons looking to be taken away. On pop, Paranoia out, tucked back behind the box. Two players pinned in here now, trying to fight their way out. Freedom, Pain can't find it. Freeing now, all alone here on the site, and something picks up a 3K to get PRX their third round win in flawless fashion.
I mean, you gotta love the awareness you're seeing from PRX, just being ready for that ult to be grabbed for Estrella, playing back off of it so they don't have to worry about the Steel Guard, and they have a Steel Guard and a counter. You can play that tic-tac-toe game all day, and that early map control, so important. That rubble control, so important for them, because that allows them to take space on the map quickly. It allows them to rotate through their opponent's spawn so quickly, and it helps now. Something starting to hit some shots. Very important for him, because you can see that earlier on they showed us a graphic where when there's an operator on the defender side for PRX, they win like 2/3 of the rounds. So need to get a few more of those going. Meanwhile, Termi's like, nah, brah. We gotta win a bunch on this side.
I have to assume that it's
What is it about
likely
PRX
related
game? Like, I wasn't
to the
feeling
operator.
cold just
How to
now when we
identify,
were
how to
watching
avoid it,
Genji
what they need to be
versus
doing,
RQ.
given
I'm so
the
cold
impact
now.
that we just saw from something in the round.
Yep.
Is there
Be
an
my suspicion.
explanation for this? All of a
Little bit
sudden, I'm
tough,
so
though.
fucking cold.
You know, obviously you have the stealth drone.
This shit.
That's the only thing that's really gonna give you that
Hi.
clean look.
Yeah,
That free look.
hard clear.
Yeah. You can do some soft clears, right? Jiggling and things like that, which you expect to see, but some good smokes as well from Mako. But, you know, with a double sentinel composition, it's going to be tricky to scale forward to get past that.
I have
mean, you're not gonna give
isotonic
yourself as many tools to deal
drink.
with. So it has
enough,
to be
no?
a lot more diligence with your individual play and positioning.
For every op shot that something hits, DRX is well aware it's another corpse thrown into the fire by Sliggy and Co.
It's another
fueling the train.
It's another shovel full of coal.
Oh, they're throwing the fans in at this point. They're desperate.
Oh, that's right, I heard.
Yeah, they're running out of coal.
Yeah, that's right.
Pop flash, turned away from Patman, looking for the transfer, and has it. Bane just does not have the weapon at the ready. Huge outplay, gun barrel going to be spotted. Mako still, however,
Mako
able to
Polo.
find two, but Jing on the peak.
Bro.
Shuts him down. HL try to force Estrella back.
Okay, wait.
Manages
2v1.
the trade one.
Please. Wait. Okay, chill. Come
Now
down.
it's just
wait.
freeing alone.
Thanks.
Spike in hand. Can try to get the play
Oh,
here.
but-
Try to get that spike planted, perhaps.
Oh, please. Oh, God, please.
They're worried that he got all the way up to
You
stairs.
let him
but
plant,
little
let
do they
him
know,
ding.
He slipped
All
through
good.
towards B.
Whatever happens,
He
happens,
just
you know?
ramp all the way to C.
As long as we take the
Indeed he will.
2v1. We fight a 2v1.
Vicewall not going to give you any info on this one. It's just going to
Okay,
be a
it's
free
okay, it's okay.
plant.
Can plant.
Op and a
We
Vandal.
take together.
It just comes down to how to Divine and something want to approach the situation. Something a couple flashes though, so some decent opportunity. They could figure out where he is, but Freeing kind of guessing correctly here. Will put himself in a really nice position to use the salvos and the concuss potentially. He's going to get
Okay.
that door. Let's see what PRX can do.
Swing all the way around slowly here
Gonna
towards the
play this
waterfall,
boom,
but
boom, boom,
something
boom,
gets
bro.
set up on the line and anticipates this.
Time's ticking.
Could be brutality, but Freeing finds the peak, finds the shot, but peeks out
We
as
have
he
time?
sends the
It's
salvos,
okay, right?
plays it impatiently. And
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
hits the shot to go ahead and bail them out on the round. 5-4, just under 2 seconds to spare.
Oh, 5-4. Looking good.
DRX maybe getting a little bit antsy. Off the back of the timeout, not being able to find the win. PRX got to be grinning ear to ear.
For sure. Should be able to keep an op in play as well. Jing getting involved. Good setup there with the trap behind the smokes. Again, you're going to see a lot of that trickery from PRX. They love to try to catch you off guard. Yunmin going to have an op now as well, though. So both of our Yorus going to be sporting the snipers.
So cold.
And you do have a couple ults. Patman has his. Armageddon.
He's nade.
Oh, God.
And does almost take some damage there.
Oh my God.
Grab net. Catching something there. But he can TP right away. So that's potentially false information unless DRX can get a good read. He would have TP'd away from that.
I think if you get seized and then you gate crash, it should pull you all the way back through the map to that spot. Just reeling you in.
That would be sick.
Great one.
Yeah, this is something just timing peaks. Strayet timing dies. Jing now
Oh,
gonna do the same.
big potential.
Bane scouting him, but nobody else prepared to really take him on. He swoops forward. Mako melted down as Jing comes away with 3. And it's flawless from PRX as they tie it up at 5-5.
Yeah, they're really starting to come online now. Starting to feel themselves a bit. Great nightfall. And Jing plays off of that
Let's
so
go, where are we
quick.
going? Sorry, cringe.
You know, Mako has to be watching the other direction. There's players coming from a bunch of angles. And his teammates, you know, you got to expect that maybe they can win that fight. And yeah, Jing just not having any of it. Starting to come alive for PRX. Again, if he starts to frag out too, then this
what? Take a
two-headed
repo for that.
snake that they can bring out with these two
5-5
duelists
now.
is fearsome to say the least.
Not being shy about this at all, but look at this. I mean, he sees Jing taking this orb. He knows that the showstopper's online, but there's nothing more that they can do to try to prevent this.
Oh, good, oh, good.
Youngmin
Funny, no,
long his way out. Showstopper going to be sent. It's going to be Patman. He's able to find the kill. Estrella swinging the corner.
Wait, what?
Able to trade one back as Jing does get taken down. Armageddon even going to be committed to this round.
Wait.
As Mako finds
No,
Patman.
no, no,
Forsaken
no.
is dead.
Oh,
Suddenly,
wait.
player advantages here for the side of DRX.
Cool.
As something drops down. As a mask of his own. Slaps it on Divine. Fully blinded up. TP reposition. Ults. Galore being committed, but Divine is able to find
Okay.
2. Freeing it Estrella now going to be taken down, and Mako has to clutch it all.
God.
Collects a weapon. The plant not for him.
Ow, ow, ow.
Manages narrowly to get the kill. The retap though, Divine. He knows that he's not on it. Mako swings it, but cannot clutch it. Divine saves them once again.
Sorry, no rifle on YouTube, but yeah.
And that is devastating as DRX committed a ton.
Everything. Tons of ults used in this round. Showstopper, Armageddon. I mean, just crazy stuff.
They omen TP'd as well.
Two Yoru ults, Omen TP. Nice read there. Oh, Devi.
Bye.
Nice to see Devi, though, smiling, coming up with big clutches. It had looked like maybe he had lost that spark. Now he seems to have it back. PRX could take a positive half here. DRX wants to tie it up.
At 6-6. Very possible, but of course it's the double duelist on the other side as PRX get ready to go on that attack. DRX know that they need everything that they can possibly get. Bane one away from having another annihilation. First one able to find value, gotten that kill on a Forsaken.
Portal closed.
Something repositioning.
Portal closed.
Both of them operating basically in tandem as both send out gate crashes. And Straya's just strafing in to B. Double stack setup. Batman gets himself the kill. Handed over on a silver platter.
Tight angle for something.
Look at the read from PRX. They're already in position here.
I tell you, they've just done such a good job with their preparation.
TP wide, however, it's actually sold him short. He spotted nothing, did Forsaken. Calls for the rotation out. Something tries to scale forward, and then they don't read that Hyunmin had moved that far up. Seal guard looks to try to slow them up. Jingy is able to find one. Spring is going to be taken down. Spike going to be recovered. There's that annihilation, not finding anything. Batman pushing up, shots, just fishing through the smoke as Mako often does. Finds himself a kill, looks for a little bit more, tags up Jing, but as the smoke dissipates, Jing finds the headshot. Too many players, so damn low now, all on Hyunmin.
Solo.
With just 8 HP. Sends out the fake.
Ding dong, and he's dead.
But he is dead as he exits
Oh my
that
god, we
smoke.
got the lead.
7-5,
Big lead.
PRX
By
out
7.
in front with a massive 5-round win streak to end the half.
Other than something
get a
just
6-6.
walking out there
No,
and
6-6.
dying at A main. This is just a great read. So many good reads from PRX. They're really understanding this map so well. But, you know, you look at it from the perspective of this second half. You look at the double duelist versus that double sentinel. You know, who's going to be able to slow who down? How impactful is that deadlock going to be? How impactful is that wall going to be? That extra little bit of control you're going to be giving yourself, potentially a C site, front of B, things like that. I mean, you have double wall, right? You have the vice wall, you have the deadlock wall. That's so annoying. You have to be so diligent here as PRX.
Oh, I wonder who she's going to... Oh, yeah.
I mean, you are asking someone with a DRX jacket. What?
Will surprisingly go with DRX.
What? Okay.
I'm so shocked. Oh, wait.
Okay.
I'll give
Do we have
$5 million
another one?
to anyone that picks PRX. That's there, I mean.
It's a best of 5.
No, no more, that's it!
Master of Valorant, all-time Korea #1
Okay.
Omen. That's what Mako stands for.
Hold on, let me write that one down.
It's pretty good.
Master, what was it, of all time? Korea?
Korea #1 Omen.
Korea #1 Omen. Okay. Put that one in the old notepad for later. Yeah, I mean, I think overall you have to be pretty happy with that defender side as PRX. Normally, but going up against the double sentinel, I don't know. Obviously, that's going to be a big question mark. You know, how are they going to be able to adapt to that? I will say, God, if there's any team that can do it, you got to feel like it's PRX because these guys just are so on the fly anyway. That's just how they roll.
Yep.
Maybe this is just really isn't too big of a deal.
2 sheriffs in hand. Sheer wall. It's going to be double faced, and Estrella takes a ton of damage. He's got 3 HP.
It's... Bro, I raffled
Just ate that
twice,
paint
that's
shell.
it.
And then on the corner, hits
Nice.
headshot into the spray down Forsaken. Gets himself a second. Spike down
Wait,
planted, Freen coming away with 2.
It got traded!
Tries to keep it competitive, but got 2
this
players that
face.
just are so damn low. There you
Nice.
go, final shot. We'll take him down. Bane just trying to send out the net, gets a catch, but there's just no way to try to fish out these kills. Devi perfectly happy to stay sat there,
Oh my-
crouched down, sheriff in hand. PRX will go ahead, tie up the pistol count. You know, 1 step closer towards closing out their map pick.
Yeah, I mean, good coordination here. Got a lot of bodies you're throwing at the problem. That is such a fast reaction from Jason. Goodness gracious.
You think for Jason?
For Jason.
Ah! Hey, hey, hey,
I
hey,
was
hey!
in the middle of saying Forsaken, and then it just all came out. Look, I just turned 40. Leave me alone.
That's true.
Bro, it's not me!
It's well past my bedtime.
I'm sure
Damn.
most people will be shocked
I
to
paid
hear
my
that
bills.
you've turned 40.
I'm sure.
because they're like, damn, I thought that happened years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, no, I know. I
days.
mean, it's a miracle I'm not dead.
I love it. Anyway, so exec here onto the A site coming through for PRX. No real opposition in their way. DRX just going to be looking to play a bit of a death ball retake, perhaps, maybe even cluster up and die to the spike. Though, knowing PRX, they won't be happy with that fate for their opponents. They will go on the hunt.
Oh boy. Something. Little does he know, there's quite a few players right around that corner, but they're actually mostly going stairs, so he's going to have an isolated fight up there. This actually works out pretty well for PRX, I think.
Nice. Nice.
Headshot, being able to find one to buy. Eliminated. Some decent damage is found here onto the players as Mako frantically trying to take down something. Gets to the 20, however, but cannot find the kill.
Okay,
Barely
just a
clean.
few more, mate.
PRX now 9-5, one away from hitting double digits.
Yeah, so far we haven't really seen the utility from the Sentinels have much impact for the side of DRX. Got to start now. It's a great read from PRX as well. You know, most of the players are coming from the stairs area. That's where your crossfire is. Something on his own. You put Mako up there to try to duel him. Look, Mako's great, but in terms of how you kind of draw it up as PRX, that's exactly what you want to see with that retake. This time, Mako getting really aggressive, trying to play off the back of the drone, but there's a counter drone there. Keep him at bay. No spokes. Oh my God. Smoke spam. Goodness. Smoke spam available. There's that wall, able to be baited out by the clone. Batman just doing his job, seeing what's going on at B. Sonic sensor right around that corner there for Bane. See that quite often with deadlocks on this map. Is that going to get red, though? There's that wall. Timing. Quickly cleared.
Just go ahead and break that down. Still for now, though, DRX stagnant in their movements. Something creeping forward.
Corner.
Just around this
Oh my
corner
God,
is
oh my God, we
Estrella.
checked that, right?
And it's going to be Hyunmin, actually,
Never
who
mind.
finds the kill. Likely preferred anyway from DRX, trying to get that ultimate online here for the Yoru.
Oh,
That gets a catch. Players
30
held at bay
seconds
for
left.
now. Bane hearing the footsteps and taken. Able to take one down. Mako hugging here alongside the smoke, finds one, turns
Okay,
to the
traded.
second bit of eye, able to go ahead, cut him down.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
We now go into a 3v3. 17 seconds remaining. Util available to try to prevent this plan, though.
Oh,
As Jinx
he got it,
with
but
a headshot,
the
but it's onto
clone.
the clone. Looks for a little bit more, gets the dink, but Hyunmin still staying alive for the moment. But
2v1, 2v1.
traded out, Forsaken. Able to cut him down, it's all on Estrella. The 1v2 wrapping around both players here in position.
Not ready yet.
Won't even get
Okay,
the
okay,
chance
we're
to try
going
to
a
use
great
the
2v1
flash.
though. Lined up, are we?
Basically stacked up here for him. No way to flush this out. Divine picks up a
Holy
3K.
shit!
PRX
Wait a minute.
pick up a 10th round victory.
By 10?
I mean, it's just so cool to see PRX, the way that they're kind of deathballing around the map. Okay, yeah, you lose something there, but that's fine. And again, if you're stacked up like they are, you know, you find one wall, the other wall gets used, you're able to clear it so quickly that it's essentially null and void. And you're able to just scale your way onto site, find some good kills. I mean, even though Jing didn't get a kill, he did some damage. That shot onto the clone was nuts, but it didn't matter. Still, though, Stinger, Sheriff's Ghost, Terima. Oh, the flash just got there in time.
Wants to try to get a catch here on the Yoru, but Gate Crash does not care. Noise is made. He hasn't been able to hear the exit. Stealth drone chasing forward, not going to catch a glimpse there. Thorn's already going to be pre-popped, though. Sheer wall still set up. Seal Guardian going to be sent. Fake out. Hit there by
No
the Stinger.
way.
TP forward.
Hey,
And Free
hey,
has the
hey.
headshot, finding one. The damage suffered here by something once again
Ambitious
down
as hell,
to
oh
20
my God.
HP. Pinned in by the wall here for the moment. Swing from
Nice.
the back. Bane looking for a little bit more. Gets fully flashed.
Okay,
Up the
sure,
Jing
fine, whatever.
Finds two in all the chaos. Suddenly it's just Hyunmin with the Stinger. Low HP on both. Only Devi. Popped up here for the moment, but it's going to be Devi.
Right, Devi picking it all up, man.
Kills. PRX have been running away with this across the two halves. Now 9 rounds in a row.
it's just, you know, when you get into the mud,
Oh god.
that's where PRX likes it. These things are all kinds of scrappy around this wall. You know, it's nicely placed. It trapped something, and then everybody's trying to figure out a way to deal with it. They throw a paranoia at it as well, and it looked like maybe DRX was going to come through, but the weaker weaponry
Who's
cost them. It's a
screaming?
good idea.
Holy shit!
Now that
Damn.
PRX is kind of aware of it, try something a bit different. Still though, Vice Wall going to be at C, and this could just be a pretty quick hit.
Forsaken's in spawn. Bane seemingly conscious about this, is swinging out and losing the fight. Forsaken has the Vandal. He's able to take him down. Mako. Tap of the door, finding kill onto Devi.
Cutting through.
And has widely been the final boss for a lot of these rounds. Hyunmin gonna go rushing forward here with the dimensional drift. Sees that they're not committing in with the plant. Straight holding here behind an upper. Jing has sight set on the angle. Pull out of the dimensional drift here from Hyunmin. Immediately going to be chipped down to 2 HP. Forsaken able to find that kill. Estrella arriving in from behind. Support Jing, the spike
God,
still not
three
yet
men
planted.
push.
Face forward here into Mako. Was able to gun down 3. Forsaken answers
But
back
it's 1
with a shorty.
HP.
With
What?
7 HP, there's
Oh
nothing
my
more to be
God.
done. DRX, they close out
See?
the round, but
It's okay, it's okay. We
PRX still
have
have
some
smiles
rounds
on
to
their
do.
faces.
Not that I want
Know
us
that
to
they're
lose the
still
rounds, but
continuing
you know
to
what I
do
mean?
so much damage
50 rounds.
to this economy.
50 rounds.
It's a really good early read from PRX, but DRX able to
Stop there,
stabilize and hold so many different angles that PRX never felt comfortable that they could put this spike down. They knew they had the Armageddon in play as well. So DRX just able to kind of find their timings. Just let the clock run, make PRX make some moves, and then just punish them off the back of that. The timing there from all the players of DRX coordinating together on that good. Still a ton of work to be done.
Something grabbed here by the net.
Did he see Zeno Hyunmin?
I don't think Gun Barrel's been spotted, but I don't think Hyunmin's been scouted either.
God.
Has a gate crash.
Bravo!
They are frantically looking for each other, but right now Hyunmin with the advantage. Catches something completely off guard. Makes a quick exit, just gate crashing back over onto the site.
Yeah, they immediately ping the other side of Rebel where that TP would have come through. So we're really aware that that could be a possibility. Bane has his ultimate as well. This could get a little bit dicey. Trying to hold down that post plant. Just getting there may be difficult. Got Hyunmin and Bane very, very close. I'm going to throw up the wall, immediately cleared. For what it's worth, PRX has been really on point with making sure that deadlock util doesn't do much.
Door taps, Jing looking to play entry here. Now is committed forward. Hyunmin able to stabilize, finds the shot before getting taken down. It's going to be the... Oh, he got the hit
What
actually.
the fuck? Okay.
As the Annihilation goes bounding forward. Catches one. Have they cleared him out?
30 seconds
They
left.
certainly have now, but it will still lead to his demise. As Bane
Oh my
turns
days.
over to the side, finds Forsaken. Batman dead. Estrella arrives at the front of the site. DRX now 2 rounds in a row.
We get
Still
match
4
point first
separating.
at the very least.
Well, seemingly able to find their footing a bit more. Again, just a little bit of trickery from Hyunmin. Something not ready for it. Probably kicking himself a bit. Even got the Nightfall invested. Batman.
Forsaken.
Yes, that was disgusting. He was jumping around. He just turns and headshots his opponent. So, okay, now it's PRX's turn.
Okay, it's okay, we
Be
are
on a weaker
poor.
bye. Jing does have his ultimate. Showstopper there. Bucky to back it up. The paint shells.
And yeah, right into his face. Mako sends the paranoia early. And he's just going to ult to get out. Really thought there was going to be a ton of pressure coming his way. And at the same time,
In his defense,
other side of the wall.
it is PRX.
Sure,
I don't blame him.
very true. You have to, well, there's also a showstopper here from Jing, which might just be about to see. There you go. As Mako mounting up and over the top, TP, and nearly TP's right on top of where I thought that rocket was going to go. Had Estrella not gotten that kill, that would have been both of them absolutely destroyed. Mako stays alive. Shot hits the clone. Flash forward, Estrella playing here within the smoke with Mako, still playing up on top of the site. Comes away with a
What the
second
fuck is going on?
kill here. Peeks in
Nice.
for a little bit more, but
Got
something
2.
manages to bring about his demise. 5 HP remaining here on the Yoru. Swing onto the corner though, and Patman going to be taken down.
It's okay.
And it would have to be some of the crispiest shots that we have ever seen.
Poor
Quick
so-
succession to one another. And it will be Hyunmin narrowly scraping by to keep himself alive. 8-11, DRX now 3 away from tying it up.
Yeah, I think PRX probably should pull the trigger on the second time out here and talk about how they want to deal with these walls at the front of C. It seems like originally they were just kind of throwing the clone at it, and now they're trying to get through it in different ways. I think you're better off just early around taking some mound control, throwing the clone at it, getting rid of it, and working the map off the back of that. Because every time they tried to just go through that vice wall, either just sending, you know, something through a TP or Jing blast backing forward, it's been dicey, to say the least. Yeah, there was one round where they won getting through that way, but it doesn't seem to be consistent. So I think you really need to be diligent with clearing out this Sentinel util.
Taiwan name.
Yeah, just a fan from Taiwan. Unsure who to vote for, so they'll hedge their bets.
Can't decide.
I don't blame them.
No.
I love both of these teams.
It really does feel like sending one of them off in this kind of fashion, given they have to play against one another. I mean, RB is probably going to be cheering for, you know, we would suspect DRX. But it
Damn,
feels
that
like
drawing.
watching two friends go to different
You
colleges.
see that shit?
Oh,
They've
yeah.
been together since
Holy.
middle school. One got into NYU, one got into Temple University. I might be speaking from
Very
my
East Coast bias
here.
there. Oh, yeah, okay. I mean, it is because it's such a classic matchup.
Dreading Icebox, dude.
There's just tremendous
I'm
history
dreading
here.
that.
Obviously, our first ever Pacific Finals. You know, you want to see both of them succeed.
Yep. Oh, what in the hell?
What, bro,
It seemed like he
I
had
don't know,
no
bro.
idea where he was. Looked like you walking down the street, but then he got his bearings and he got the shot.
What? I'm a good walker. Don't take that away from me.
That's
You
me, I don't
haven't any-
know.
You're not bad at walking, you just don't know where you're going.
Oh, well, that's intentional.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, that shot has certainly brought this round to a bit of a screeching halt.
I mean, you've got something's alt, but you lost.
Lose this round, they might start snowballing
Quite a
now.
bit of early oomph there. There's that wall. I just walks past it.
Yep, has been popped, and Estrella immediately going to be sending that Steel Garden, Forsaken TPing forward here within the smoke. Mako, like he's suspicious of this. As Salvos going out backwater, and then Estrella peeking out, able to find two.
Yo!
As Forsaken does fall.
Holy
Pat
shit!
answers back for a singular kill onto the Vice, but he's paranoid up, he's up and over the top, and Mako likely just going to go for a quick little peek. Finds the headshot, and that's going to be DRX now, continuing with a win streak of their own, 2 away.
Uh-oh. Things starting to get a little bit out of control here for PRX. DRX coming right back. Jeez.
I would much rather
I mean,
see
the
Jing
ideas were
steal.
good
Maybe
there.
the gun
It's
wasn't
just the
out
timing a
time.
little bit off for Jing. He's just a little bit
Yeah, I think
slow
the
behind that
timing-
flash.
The gun.
Number of times that we've seen Jing go for that setup and come away with the kill.
Yep.
Him versus Kong Kong lives rent free in my head.
Yep.
Also had the operator. Jing, he won that fight. This time around though, and been not allowing for it. So Op still retained. Gonna be a double push up. Has Bane in tow as that smoke now
Only five
moving here,
cannon.
and as the Haunt gets ready to come through. Has to just take that gate crash out.
Looking for that sonic sensor. Now they're gonna have to rethink this. Take a moment to consider. Got that rebel control. You want to show some presence on the rest of the map.
From two sides, the clone in tow. Absorbs that op shot here for them. Wall set up a tree, freeing, able to find something here at the door. As Prowler quickly cleared out. Patman able to draw down the Sheriff, finds the kill, and that's going to be a weapon now collected. Estrella looking for some timing shots. A tiny bit of damage going to be found. Let's push up from Mako. Finding the lurk. Devi gone, 3v4.
We have one Vendo, 2 Sting.
The tight quarters contact as the Stingers are going to be able to find
Wait a
some
minute.
value.
Oh!
Shorty going to be drawn in. He narrowly gets away with that. Now goes ahead, throws on the dimensional drift. His weapon's going to be juggled around. Forsaken, however, grabs the operator. He's going to have to contend with Yunman here from behind. Classic drawn out. Forsaken is able to find that, grabs another weapon, but Bane capitalizes
Could be
before
one
he can
pet
get
man,
that
I don't know
steady.
how, but please.
Time ticking.
Yes, yes.
Patman on the cross angle, needing to
Okay.
clutch it out. Bane drops down. He faces forward, and Patman hits the
Sorry.
Red Bull clutch to get PRX
Oh my
up to
God.
match point.
Salamat
What
po!
a round!
Salamat po!
He has been so good
Oh,
for
salamat
PRX in these
po!
clutch situations. The
You're
new
getting
kid
high
on the
pitched there, no?
block. Making it look easy.
God damn.
He has just been
My
so
God.
reliable.
Ah, match point, thank God. At least
So disciplined. I mean,
secured match
that
point.
weird position he takes catches Mako off guard. Nobody holds at that angle. Nobody holds inside of the archway of that door.
At least we secured.
And then he backs right off, buys himself a little bit of time, confirms his other opponent's position, and deals with that. And this is the last time out. All four going to be used here. DRX with the final one. Trying to find a way to get 3 in a row to send it to OT. Looked like maybe they were going to get it done.
Tangina gago,
Batman
bobo.
had other ideas.
Upal.
Please go to Toronto. Well, timeout call needing 3 in a row to take this into overtime. DRX has been playing a good amount of overtimes as of late. No stranger to it.
Oh. Do it all, of course I
How
do.
things look going into this
Know
one.
everything.
PRX just going to be looking to bring this to a conclusion right here,
Garrity
right now.
was.
Not leave that door open any wider for DRX. There's something. Oh boy, he's got a judge.
And he's got a dimensional drift. This ought to be
Go
good.
big or go home kind of
This
thing, huh?
ought to be good. Certainly there's some kind of setup here with this. Plus you could use the Nightfall.
They're one away from a Steel Garden as well. They've got a ton of ults online, whereas DRX don't have much of anything. TP forward with the dimensional drift. Something on the hunt here. Wall just going to be shut down as Bane frantically figuring out where the hell he can go to escape. Will ride the rope. Nope, drops down and something runs out of time.
Face your fear.
Waits too long. Burns the pot.
Oh my
Food not being eaten tonight. That's Bane able to find one more there before Jing comes in for the trade. Drop down. Little avoidance there from Hyunmin as he tries to stay alive. Jing
God. He's alive.
similarly has to take the rope down.
End this,
out
end
towards
it, end
safety.
it, end it!
They're looking for that little flash out. Shorty drawn down. Hyunmin carved up
Before
with Devi
one.
at range.
I don't know how, but
Able to find the kill. Now alone, the spike,
Man.
in the meantime, has never been planted. It's not in play. Devi needs to try to clutch this out. Eats a bit of damage to Paranoia, going to be sent. Goes backpedaling, but freeing is just here around the corner. They need to try to hold on to these web pins. Devi has the chance!
fucking
And he gets
And
so
TNT.
damn close!
TNT.
But freeing
Even
hit the final shot. DRX will keep themselves afloat.
Just thought it was going to be another classic Devi
God
clutch here.
damn.
Jing doing what he can to try to disrupt at the top of rope. DRX able to stabilize at the back of drop.
아군이 한 명 남았습니다.
Freeing able to reclaim
All
that
good,
rope
all good.
space
All
and use
good,
it to
all
set
good.
up a
We just need
crossfire
one,
there
just need one, we
to
just-
break free of that entrapment. Man, oh
Pretty
man, I
close to it.
thought Devi was just going to send us on over to Icebox.
But now he's got the Steel Guard. I mean, they're one away from a showstopper. They can try to get this orb. Steel Garden equalize the weapon, playing field.
Yeah,
PRX could certainly get this done in thrifty fashion.
get that annihilation to contend with.
No charge.
You know it's probably going to be A. That's been
That
Bane's
kind of
home.
hurts.
Ball sent out, freeing. Ooh, catching a glimpse, knows that they're there within the smoke. The annihilation immediately going to be sent there. Devi going to be taken down as freeing. He's able to find one, sends out the stun, looking for the hit. Doesn't manage to find it, but it gets the headshot
okay.
on the Forsaken all the same.
As long as we win the next
As that
round,
is
I
now
don't want to
something.
fucking OT.
Alone here on the site.
All good.
Taken down.
Shitty round.
Flawless.
Shitty guns.
DRX dispatching the thrifty attempt. Some, let's say, moderate frustration, perhaps, in the face of Coach Alex.
Oh, for sure.
As DRX
This is the round we're
is
gonna win.
now
I don't
one
know
away
yet.
from pushing this into OT. And from there, who knows what the hell happens.
Well, exactly. It's been such a good second half here for DRX. Once they got a few rounds in, really started to find their comfort on this defender side. Just can't quite get this double duelist to connect. Something 13 and 14,
Oh my
Jing
days.
14 and 19. A little bit off balance using those flashes.
Please,
Jing,
no
Turtle
Rosa.
Flash unable to find it. Does he just check the angle? Freeing flushes him out. The
many
showstopper, no
times?
value found
Oh,
once more.
many goddamn times.
Freeing, pushing forward. Gets a tap on the
Oh my
Pac-Man, forces
God.
the rest of the team back, and now the spike dropped here
Nice.
inside of B, but something pushes up into upper, catching Hyunmin off guard to the corner. Freeing now going to be flushed out. Steel Garden holds back the remaining players
Spike planted.
as we go into a 3v3 in the post plant. Util, ults burned. Not much more to work with here on either side. Mako breaks down one of the walls. The rest now expired. Net lobbed in as Mako tries to go for the swing and straight
You
up.
okay?
Fallen.
This is it.
And
That's
there you
it.
have it. A kill apiece to bring it to an end. OT is
It's not
not
over yet, but
happening.
it's a great fucking start.
13 to 11.
It's a great
Paper
fucking
X
start.
will close out
Sorry for
their
yelling.
map pick of Lotus.
But,
Oh, man.
Okay, at least
And
we got.
Divide
at
pumping
the
up
very
for
least-
Zakin there. Gotta love
Okay, now
the
it's
energy
Icebox.
that
Now
we're
it's
seeing today.
Icebox. Oh.
That was a hell of a comeback though for DRX. It looked
GG!
like this was Paper X easy going to Icebox. DRX had other ideas. And just in time, Paper X was
2-0,
able to
2-0.
stabilize
I'll
off
see you
some
tomorrow.
huge plays
2-0.
from the
I'll
likes
see you
of
tomorrow.
Batman Divide
Wait,
coming up
what?
big when they
Wait,
needed them
yeah,
most.
wait, what?
And we'll see.
Today's
Forsaken really
today,
solid
Friday.
throughout that
Yes,
entire
yes,
map.
yes.
What does Icebox look like between these two teams?
W train bound for Toronto. You can see how bumpy the ride was on that little artwork there.
The tracks are a little rickety,
Yeah.
Okay.
but they're holding.
When you're laying
Start.
them one by one,
First round, at the very least.
one after the other,
You don't gotta worry too much about Icebox.
stability is
Because,
not
I
going to
mean,
be
I would rather
that much of a
2-0.
concern,
100%.
nor will it be guaranteed.
know what I mean? You can
This was
breathe
by
that
narrow
out.
margins, but Paper X crucially do get their map pick, and now they are one map win away from getting themselves to another international event.
I hate
This time for the
Icebox.
first year this year. They want DRX's ticket. We'll see if they're going to be able to get it. Icebox is all that is going to be standing in their way. We'll see how DRX looks on that one as well. A bit
guys
of a
feeling
rocky
good?
start, you'd have to say,
I do pee.
for the
I
Korean
see.
squad, but started shooting back.
Every time I
started
watch
finding
Paper
their
X, it
footing
seems
and
like my
getting a read,
bladder is just
hopefully that is going to
I
continue.
need to take a piss, chat. Take a
One
break, chat.
hell
Have
of a
Kit
map
Kat.
two between these two
Bye,
teams.
everybody. Hashtag no sponsor.
We'll see what happens up as we go ahead and take a
Right,
much
be right
needed
back.
break after all the chaos
Peace
from
time.
this opening map of Lotus. We pass it back
wait.
over to the analyst desk to break down the action.
Hey, what's a DRX Paper X game without a little bit of a heart rate spiking a little bit here and there, especially as we near the end of this first map. DRX almost made this into an overtime, but Paper X, you know, they continue to well, I want to say dominate on Lotus, but DRX really figured out a lot of
Sigh
things.
of relief. It was only a fake comeback, guys. Don't worry. Fraudulent comeback on the cards there. I mean, still definitely could have been overtime. That was a 3-on-5 conversion right at the end there to be able to just scrape it across the line, 13-11, and that just shows you how annoying this DRX comp that they prepped coming into Lotus here is to attack into. The deadlock vice, an absolute nightmare for PRX to navigate, and it just once again shows you how flexible DRX is as a team. This is not the same ideas over and over again. DRX, you know, Korean approach of just perfecting the same approach over and over and over again. They are a different team every time you bloody play them.
And would it, like, I don't think it can be a PRX versus DRX game without it going to all 24 rounds. It's just meant to be. We all knew that this fake comeback was on the way, whether they converted it or not. Both Omens topping the charts there. Obviously different styles. Mako with that 0 first bloods, a little bit more reserved compared to Forsaken's. Much more aggressive approach onto
Hello.
that Omen. But both of them big standout.
How are you?
Yeah, and Divide really stepping up here.
Yeah.
20 frags. And I think this is a good sign. This is a really good sign for the side of Paper X here. Every single one of them performing, every single one of them keeping their cool. Also, Patman in that clutch moment
Yeah.
there.
Points, but
Just
okay.
absolute steady hands for a guy who's a complete rookie here in Pacific. And Morgan, I think you've prepared something.
I wanted to tell you all a little story. This is something that, you know, I think it will really capture the hearts of many right now. I hope you're sitting comfortably.
Echo.
I was out of town on Sunday, and I heard my friend Alex had retired to the countryside. So, rightfully so, after such a stressful time coaching the world's most chaotic team. How have things been? I asked, and he said, it's all good. Life is a lot more chill now. I've had a lot of time for farming. We walked out towards the back, and I was hit by the most foul, eye-watering stench. And I turned to him and I said, Alex, what's that smell? And he looked me dead in the eyes and he said, my goats are never washed. They can never be washed. Wait till chapter 2, a train tears through the farm and it's violent. But we're back. The goats are not washed. One map away from Toronto.
The copy pasta.
I like that story.
Breathe
Thank
it
you,
in.
Harry Potter.
Get it in your veins. It's
Harry
Maybe
Potter?
don't breathe in the stench. Maybe
Yeah.
not. But
Bad stench.
look,
Yeah, they are never washed there. So, I will see if this is how things will end, if they are going to continue in the 2-0 fashion here, but we need to rewind a bit. And PRX on the defense, really solid ideas.
Yeah, absolutely. They're just so disruptive on this
Oh, we are
defensive side, and
not
you see
going to
that
fracture.
being the C traps,
I
multiple
hope.
different
I don't wanna
setups
go to
where they can
fracture,
get
bro.
involved in the action, and then over on the other side of the map, you got something with it off.
Different
Yeah, I think it's
times,
about
I would
understanding
always
the
want a
stylistic
third map because it's
differences between
fun.
these comps, right? When DRX are running this
not
double
when
sentinel,
Toronto's on the
they
line.
have to be slow and they want
know what I
lots
mean?
of map control. Once they have that map control, they're in a really good spot because they can hold it very easily. So PRX go out in front, they go
Like, every time
forward, they
PRX
disrupt,
plays,
they get on those deep uplines.
I always
want to
watch,
them any
like,
control.
all the
That's
maps
really good
'cause it's
macro
fun.
understanding, really solid coaching.
But I mean,
and
obviously
good
we
game
win
Yeah,
at the end,
absolutely.
right?
I mean, their
But just
defense
not-
has been
not like
super
this,
solid
not-
across
not
the
today.
last 4 maps. And again, I thought they were actually going to need
When the
more
stakes
than
are
that on their
lower.
defense because, but on the attack, they managed to
I kinda
clutch
gotta
up a
try, I have
couple of
no
rounds,
idea.
come in with enough ideas against the deadlock. But DRX brought ideas of their own into this game. They completely changed up their comp.
5
And I
minutes.
love this pistol round. This really reminds me of the set execute that you run on a Cent A site with the deadlock, where you throw the wall up over the top, block one of the major retake pathways in through waterfall there. And the other thing they did so well was disrupt PRX before they could come in for these retakes. You see players taking duels in towards spawn. So not
24-hour
only are you
stream,
running
bro,
into
if you win.
deadlock utility and vice utility, but you're also getting disrupted by these individuals taking fights with you if you try to complete your retake.
Yeah, we saw at the start of this game how PRX's approach was to try and get into the site fast, try and not let them get that spike planted. So when you're able to have those set play walls that buy you a lot of time, it lets you set up for that post plant, which is obviously where the comp was very, very strong.
Let me find it.
I'm
Wait, you want to
just
go now?
really liking what I'm seeing
Like,
from
right
both
now?
sides.
Yeah.
Today.
It's a
PaperX could
hold
close
on.
this out, but really, who knows when you have a map like Icebox. But I think whoever ends up winning today, very well deserved, and you know, I think they'll have a great performance over in Toronto. And I still don't know who's gonna win. I'm
How am I
very
supposed to
happy
check? I
again
think
to
they
see
posted it
PaperX
somewhere.
kind of up and up, you know, track by track,
it's
fish by
at
fish, at least for Lish,
Kallang Wave
for,
Mall.
David. Anyway,
you wanna go
there.
now.
And I didn't pick Divide
Ayo.
today, unfortunately. And
But walk-ins,
was
I
it big
think
time?
Yep, I have
You
there
got some
might
good
be
numbers on the
no
board right now.
seats, so you might need to
I mean,
stand.
Jing could have got me some more if he could land a showstopper. But man,
Oh,
Okay,
man.
it's at
free kill
Kallang
bot,
Wave
Austin,
Mall.
a free kill bot.
Haven Esports and Land
Walking
Cafe.
around with it. She never shot it.
Have
It just-
fun.
He
both
was,
times.
he was cursed with that. So
Yeah.
If you need
playing
more details,
Raze
you
and
can go
Icebox,
to
which,
like
you know,
PaperX.
I'd be kind of surprised, but if he
Post.
does, then
They posted it. Have fun though.
I mean, these two teams, they have played each other on Icebox, though. We cast our
Let's go, where are we going?
minds back all the way to week 1 of the groups. It was the opening game for these two teams, and Icebox was picked by PaperX. This
I'm gonna
time
go
it's
there
being
now
picked
too.
by DRX, who have
Just kidding,
not been
can't get me
great
out
on
of
this
house
map.
now.
They've lost most of the times they were playing, but that was with the old comp that they were running. This time you see them mix in the Harbor up against Talon, and it worked an absolute treat. But the last time these two teams played, PRX played this
I don't know
waylay
what I'm
comp
gonna be
with
doing after
triple
this. It
initiator,
depends on
and they
whether we
got
win or we
10-1
lose.
on the attacking side. They rolled
Then
them on
we'll
attack.
talk about
Yeah,
it.
I mean, I just don't see PRX bringing this out
I'm
again,
gonna
though.
play
I
Android.
don't see this waylay coming. I certainly don't see this triple initiator coming. We're way
Stream on
away from
Fridays,
that meta right now, and I think that's probably partly why DRX wanted to pick it. PRX have not shown a
Why hell not,
particular
already?
willingness to play this map. I think they're trying to spot the gaps in the map pool, where sometimes when you're doing these map vetoes, you want to project strength, right? You might not necessarily want to ban it out all the time, but you just kind of hope it doesn't go there, and I think that's been the case with PRX and this Icebox map. So very, very targeted pick, but again, as you say, it's not been good for DRX either, so I have no idea what to expect here.
Do you want to see this? You say probably not. We
You guys
probably
know
want to see
who
the
is
Waylay
Rhea
triple
Ripley?
innie.
I don't want
You don't
to
want to see it
Please,
again.
please don't do that to
I
me.
love her.
PaperX.
It was weird.
I didn't love it. I don't think it was
To
fantastic.
be
Maybe.
honest, though, it will play very well into the Harbor comp. If you see the Harbor
Okay.
comp come out for DRX, I mean, the
Have
amount
fun
of
at a watch
initiating util
party.
that you've got here, you've got flashes, you've got waylay. It's going to actually work a treat, disrupting a lot of the Harbor walls and things like that. PRX had a lot of interesting ideas, but it did feel,
Ooh.
I mean, it did feel like
Rhea-
a one-pump comp. I call it
Rhea
one-pump comps. It's
Ripley.
like, yeah, you just throw out a comp for a specific
RHEA.
matchup, then you're probably never going to touch that again.
I also
Bro,
feel
bro,
like
bro.
if you're expecting
Yeah,
the Harbor on
WWE.
the other side, I think there's better approaches than Waylay.
She's
I think
hot.
Yoru brings more. Don't get me wrong, I think KO there can be good,
I
but
think you just
Super
need a
hot.
KO. I don't even think you really need that much. Just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah,
KO
yeah.
in the comp probably good enough against a Harbor, and it's a fantastic init on Icebox as well. It's my favorite init on Icebox for sure.
Fortnite stream, bro.
Sage
No
then.
way, man.
They used to like play
I
was
Sage
stuck
on
cursing
Icebox.
and swearing at little
I
kids.
can't believe we're not seeing it from him.
I lost to someone
think it's
called
great.
I think his name
Nice
was.
little map. It's fun.
I am
Everybody's
12
just
years
boring
old.
nowadays. You know, no one likes to throw things back
Other
to the good old days, back when
bitch ass.
Valorant was, you know, at its peak.
And that's his literal
Sage,
name.
I'm talking peak Valorant, as in like when the Sage orbs were like
All good though.
huge and the
Not
wall
really,
was
but-
Insta.
Yeah.
You know? Take it back to beta.
You
That's
used to
what
be,
I want.
Reses cost nothing.
So the
fragger
12-year-olds
Sage.
on
The
Fortnite,
res
like,
costed, the
they're
res did not
sweaty
cost
as
that many
hell.
ultimates. You
Telling
just want to
me.
frag and you could self-heal yourself.
Yeah, and heal.
You don't
I
want
love
to
you,
see
this
Jing on
guy.
Sage
I
this
love
game?
her.
Jing on Sage.
Yeah.
Let's go, where are we going?
I
Like
wanna
last
see it.
time, he
Could
just
you imagine?
especially on defense, he uses the wall just to go as quickly as
Send
possible
it.
back to spawn.
Surprise me, PRX.
Okay.
I think they
Fortnite
will. I mean,
custom,
they
that'd
have
be way too
continued
hard,
to do
no?
so with the Waylay comp.
Play no build, of course.
But you're right.
I have no
they
skills to
ended
be
up
playing the
dumping it
build
just
mode,
like they
dude.
dumped it over in
No
Lotus
way.
and figured out a brand new comp. Let's see what they are bringing out today on Icebox. This is DRX's map pick. And DRX absolutely need to win this
Ooh.
if they want to have any chance of going to Toronto.
All right, DRX are going to back themselves with the exact same comp. Worked a treat against Talon. They smashed Talon with this Harbor comp, and they were playing against a comp without Flashes playing up against Talon, and they're playing against something somewhat similar. Something looking very standard here for PRX.
Yeah, I think that double controller, that's the main thing. The
We
Omen
did.
is
We
the
played
biggest
Repo not long
mix-up.
ago.
The Joman, you
The
mean?
Joman is
It's a
back
Repo.
on the PRX comp. That's the biggest mix-up. Now, I love
alright.
watching the Omens lurk through mid. It's different than how the Viper does it. You can smoke off those turrets, TP to
Aww.
find those timings. That's what I want to
The
see
big
from
heart.
Jing. Get up in their face through mid.
All right, we're going to go to map 2 of this very exciting series. I have a question for the casters, Achilleos and Paper Thin. How do you feel about trains?
Not something that I have a necessarily strong opinion. I take them from time to time. You know,
Sorry, am I
train
overreacting,
system here in
buddy?
South Korea, pretty good. Whether or
That was my
not we're going to
name!
be seeing
Oh,
a
no,
cross-continental
no, no,
railway
no,
be
no.
built from Asia to North America,
Ayo!
that is another question. We shall see. But PRX have taken that first step.
Wasn't that
They've gotten the
Suika?
investment money.
I think that was
Construction
him.
is underway. Whether or not the project will be completed or abandoned, we'll have to just wait and see.
Thank
It
you,
is a long
that's
bridge,
nice.
no doubt about it, but it's getting close to completion
Thank you.
across the Pacific Ocean.
Thank
huge
you,
train
that's so nice. Thank you so
Mako,
much.
A lot of players
Aw. It's been long since we had that.
there. Oh, okay.
But I will.
Good amount, though.
I remember it,
footsteps.
thank you.
Telling a broad tale.
I'm gonna
yet.
tell my mom about it.
As
And my
Hyunmin
dad.
Dodging up the
Gonna tell my
shot.
mom and dad
Tailwind
about it.
Into the corner,
Ow!
Tailwind out from Hyunmin as Bane able to find something, and Devi gets taken down. DRX once again
Aw.
looking for the
My
open
brother,
pistol.
nah.
As Mako still on the lurk, wrapping his way around. Turn back up for a brief
Thanks,
moment there from
bro.
Jing. Seems like maybe giving some credence to this flank, but
We're losing, why?
for now trying to break through. Get this defuse.
What?
It's going to prove to be difficult. The salvos about to be sent.
Maybe we're losing.
Out to half, but Patman taken down. Freeing. Finds a one. Jing looking for that second. Can't quite make
Oh,
it
you mean
happen.
pistols?
DRX
That's fine.
will take the
We
opening
lost
pistol
just
here
now
on
too.
Icebox
Oh, we won the game.
as they look to extend this to a third at map.
Gotta lock in, I
this
gotta
is,
lock in.
This is going to be rough for PRX, I imagine. I mean, this is almost the same comp that they ran against, or excuse me, that Talon ran against them, that PRX are playing. Just an Omen is going to be the difference there instead of a Teho. So a nearly flashless map other than the Paranoia. It's going to be quite
Wait, that's so
interesting.
nice,
So
Chat.
much of this is going to come down
Things
to
like
the
that
controllers. So
normally
much of
don't
this, in my
happen to
opinion,
me,
for
bro.
PRX is going to come
You
down
don't
to Forsaken
understand, it doesn't
on
happen
that
to
Sova.
me.
That scan util is going to be so
It's-
important
Bro,
for figuring out
so
what the hell
nice.
is going on the other side of these harbor
Sneak up.
walls.
Oh, Jing spotted out, suppressed, so can't try to TP out of position, so it's just going to be the stun into that snake bite there at his feet. And while
Okay,
on the
that's
swing, we'll
fast.
be able to find Hyunmin. Weapon can get scooped
what
up.
happened? Oh, no. Like, you
DRX have
know,
a
people
firing
can
squad
write things
there
on the
ready to just
banner.
go ahead and pick apart
there.
the remaining
Someone
players.
wrote my name.
PRX. Sheriff now.
That never
in hand
happens.
for something, and I believe a shoulder scene.
Nothing, I'm just being
That
overly
wall there
excited.
for a brief little moment. So position noted. Bane on a flank, swooping around. Given that he's got a sheriff, we'll just opt to back away.
Years.
Oh, good
It's the
read, though, by
VCT
something.
Pacific headband.
Recalling my bot.
Just needs to do as much damage as he can. Gonna be tough, of course. So many players stacked here.
And eventually, shots will come through. Estrella Starting things off with a 3K.
What
Gets
am I
DRX.
reading?
Fairly clean anti-eco. 2-0 start and Reckoning online going into the bonus.
I
That's
know,
huge.
I know.
I mean, that gives you
Not to be
such a great
overreacting,
ability
but
to
it just
clear
doesn't
through on
happen
towards
to me a lot.
With that
Okay?
Reckoning,
It just doesn't happen a
force
lot.
Paper
So.
X to play retake.
Sorry.
And again, that's
Overreacting.
really, really tough.
I'm
going up
happy.
against
Let me be
this double
happy.
smokes comp that
Thank you.
DRX is going to be
you.
piloting because you don't have a lot of flashes. You again,
Goodbye.
you have to rely so heavily on either just contact or Forsaken's util.
It's nice, okay?
Get you the info that you need to make good
Goodbye, I'll
decisions
stop
on
now.
the way in. But they're going to get aggressive. They're going to try to get ahead of it a bit, our Paper X over on the A side, but all the attention actually towards B, so DRX kind of doing what you would not expect. And when you have a Reckoning in play, just going to make a quick hit.
It's not an
And
event
Divide
fair,
just has
no?
to backpedal and wait for reinforcements.
There's a nano to try to delay, but now the Reckoning going to be invested as the wall goes up, cutting off
Suggestion.
the angles here at Snowman as well.
Wait, he has ult?
Considering the bite,
The 2 rounds plus by really
shots are
fast.
starting to fly, and there's the spray through. It's Rhea going to be put down on the floor. Wall's getting ready to fall. This now becomes a very difficult position here for the side of DRX to actually get the spike in play. They aren't able to do so, but Free and Hyunmin both going to be taken down as something pinches in from under tube. Mako lingering
Okay,
here with
cost
his
less.
smoke, but something just a little bit faster. The Bane finding himself a second, the nano at the ready. The wrap around here, back yellow. And something with a 3K will go ahead and deny a bonus conversion. Minor damage dealt, 2 casualties
Yeah,
overall.
yeah.
Not too bad as Paper X get themselves on the board.
Yeah, for sure. And
Again,
overall,
thank God,
I
not a
just really like the
3-0,
understanding of the situation here for Paper Rex. Just knowing that the Reckoning's in play. So your option is to either just let them get A for free and try to play for retake, or get ahead of it, send a bunch of players out, take A control, Divide wisely just backpedaling the whole way once he starts getting contact. Let them play for this site. Use some of those long-range guns and
Hey, bud!
something getting them hyped up. Rifles abound. And now we really see what the meat and potatoes of both of these teams.
Weird post. I mean, hey,
Looks
as long as
like.
they win the round, man.
Early dart
Bro.
there, trying to set up for this aggressive push.
Does allow them to get into a nice forward position. Shaken going to be sending the drone. Bane does get spotted out. Something on the prowl. Up and over the top, dropping down. Dash at the ready. He will just slowly back away. Pings coming through. Bane swooping in. He's getting closer here to making contact against one another. Now backpedaling out, and the pressure is there. The pinch coming through. Looking to try to take him
He's
down here
stuck.
at mid. Swing in. Bane somehow though
Who's
winning
stuck
out
with who?
this
Never
fight.
fucking mind.
Three-player wraparound now. Mako trying
Okay.
to note it from behind a garage, but ends up falling to the wayside.
Equalize
Spike at the
that
same
shit.
time gets planted
4v4.
here on the B side. Forsaken, only player forward as everybody else cuts across through mid. The fuse now starting to get held. Manages to get that up to half. Salvo's going to be
Killjoy
sent in on the
so
back end
far
of that
away.
one, but cannot find that kill. Cloudburst going to be thrown down. Estrella finding one, looking for the spray, push out of the wall. And it is just going to be that round starting to really spiral out of control
Oh, I
here
don't
from
like
Paper
Icebox,
X.
bro.
Felt like they were in a strong position, but Bane finding that kill changes the plot.
I fully agree with you. It's, all I can think about is that kill for
Bangsat
Bane
NT.
really changes that round. Makes it way more difficult for Paper Rex. They can't take as much map control as they like. They can't control that space over towards the attacker side spawn. They have to loop back through tube. And DRX is happy to let Paper X go through that way. They've got those crossfires set up, got the walls they can throw at it. Similar ideas, but a much weaker buy behind this. TPing ahead. Oh my god, Jing.
Okay, well, they're just going to go aggro
Okay, we have
again,
one
and this time
Bulldog.
get rewarded for it. The kill that they couldn't find in the first round, or the previous round,
Just
I should say.
one.
They were able to find it here.
And the
Take it
knives.
down.
Okay,
And that
okay.
is your post-plant util.
Double
A
round.
lot of it out of hand. It's Paper X getting themselves a thrifty to close the gap
Yeah,
down to
something
one.
just
That would
gotta
be
get 5,
devastating
bro.
for DRX.
No doubt.
4.
Knives out as well.
Not even
for
5,
something.
just 4.
He is so
They were
good
done.
with those. Can really be a difference maker potentially in this round. DRX though, patience. Checking every possible angle.
Double drift under tube. Mako trying to clear out whatever util may be here at the plant spot. You still have 3 players. Eyes on this position. Hyunmin creeping towards mid. Might get a peek here from Patman. Staying stagnant here for the moment. Where did that go?
I don't know.
What happened to that?
I was just looking for it too.
What
Just
is going
evaporate
on?
immediately?
It just
there
didn't
it
show
is.
up on the map.
Okay, it didn't show up on the mini map, so I was very confused.
Same.
Oh, tons of damage.
Nice.
Spike
Okay.
planted straight, giving his
Spike
life for the
went down
cause
though.
there. Now you've got 3 players versus 5. Hyunmin on this flank needs to go absolutely monstrous for the team.
Oh, the flank.
Swing out, pulls the trigger, doesn't play it patient. Just lets him know where he's at.
Lord.
Knives now swooping forward, something even
Holy shit!
Transfers in for a second.
2v1. We know where.
Hyunmin's position noted.
Calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down.
Plant not really gonna be for him. Up and over the top it goes. Tries to get the spray down, but Forsaken collects the weapon.
Holy
Dropped on the
shit, though.
spike by Estrella previously.
What the hell was that?
And he will narrowly clutch this out to ensure the thrifty PRX find another round win.
Oh. Bangsak tolo
Yeah, it's
kupal.
just crazy stuff from PRX. This early kill from Jing. Such a tempo setter. And Estrella there has to give his life for the cause. And that puts you at a 3v5. Bane
You
bragging
almost got
out on this
Forsaken
map,
as
looking
well.
good. Yunmin doing his best. Great switch.
Book! What?
Forsaken
What?
coming in clutch. Another hero stepping up for PRX. Something with that up. This is
What
where
does that
things
mean?
get scary. You
Oh,
do
I
have
read him like a book.
Oh,
Oh.
bit of damage gonna be taken there from the
Oh, we got a
salvo.
book.
Oh, the jump up, the drop down. I think you might have seen here is Hunter's Fury now also going to be opened up. Forsaken fishing, but
I think he heard it.
tag's not found.
He heard the jumping.
Very well may have. Mako pushing forward. He hears the footsteps, and oh, he gets
Okay, it's
a
okay.
glimpse
Good
of
info.
Pac-Man as well.
Cancel lurk.
Now Mako going to be maybe pinned in a little bit of a unwanted position. At the same time, Reckoning here
He's
onto
still
the
there,
A-side to try to
but at
open
least
things
we
up,
know.
and here comes the swing
We
from the
know,
flank.
we
Mako
know, God
on the
damn
hit
it.
from that left-hand side, and nearly hits the transfer. Some damage dealt on the
Sorry.
2. Divide. Forsaken tagged up.
You should
Planted
run.
play now a 4v4 as timing send here on this lockdown. Gunman pinged out. Patman chasing
Nice.
forward. Finds that elimination, but now needs to try to just go ahead, tuck out into the corner. So lockdown gets ready to trigger, and it's going to be the pit invested actually.
Okay.
Gives
Forsaken.
himself over to the detain.
Ah, fuck.
Turret keeps him protected from behind here for the moment. Bane on the hunt, trying to flush out Forsaken at the same time. The Armageddon goes in,
Holy
and Forsaken guns down 3.
No
Swing
way!
out, cannot find it. A 4K as we are tied up
What the
3-3. What a round from Forsaken.
Goodness
Holy shit.
gracious. Forsaken looks like he's done. They know he's there.
Hey,
They're
Jesus
busy
Santo.
cleaning up stuff on site.
Jesus
They're
Christ.
somewhat ready for him. Forsaken's just having none of it. Love this play by Patman, by the way. Eat the
This one
lockdown
here was crazy, dude.
potentially, but have the Viper's pit there.
Actually nuts.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Hey! He stood up.
Let him know.
Man
We're
is on
cooked.
his feet. PRX now
He
poised
stood
to go
up.
ahead and gain the lead for themselves
Oh,
unless
no.
DRX can pull out their own thrifty.
Oh, God.
2 sheriffs, a ghost, some knives, and a stinger.
Ah.
A lot of danger for PRX in this, but something with a judge. He's playing close up at B, so they can lean a little bit heavier into the ooze.
Drifting out wide. Knives avoided. 2 of them going to be burnt here. It's not really deterred nor slowed up. Estrella. A bit of damage going to be something there from the shock dart as Cope gets popped through the wall. Now here on the floor. Divide with 1. Get him a lockdown. As, okay, Hyunmin. Quick little dip back in on the POV. On that line. He's going to be able to find himself a second kill. Something taken down, but Divine out. Has the lockdown. Immediately sends it. Give the Armageddon investment in the previous round.
I thought we knew.
Clear this out with any kind of ease. Headshot going to be found there from Fring as Patman falls low, but he stands tall. Finds Estrella. That now leaves 2 players left.
Last player standing.
It's Mako scaling forward, finding the first to defuse, being held, and Patman there to bodyguard.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Damage dealt, but round not found. PRX, they gain the lead. 3 in a row for themselves, now up 4-3.
I just love the confidence from Patman. And this looked like maybe Hunmin was
You
just
guys
going to
heard
take
how
over the round,
Patman
but finally
comes?
PRX able to get the weapons to bear. And
Like, I don't know if you
Patman
guys
just
watched
no
like
fear.
the comms that they did.
Gets dinked once, still happy to step
That's
up and
great,
take
bro.
players down.
Great.
What a great play from him. Lockdown well used there as well by PRX.
Oh yeah, he is.
So again, a lot of the macro play for PRX really looking solid. You know, DRX trying to right the ship, trying to find some answers there on that eco, almost get it done. Blade Storm's so impactful, but still just not quite enough.
I can see your fingerprint on the phone.
And, man, I mean, Forsaken one round, Patman the next.
This is VCT
I mean,
Pacific.
the star power on
Eclipse.
PRX
Eclipse.
just through the roof. The confidence finally back. And yeah, let's get that plane ticket ready for PRX. Well, maybe. Not there quite yet. Should be a train ticket.
That
was a plane
Why are there
Well, I
on
mean,
YouTube today?
I mean, I guess you could argue they're similar.
fly into Toronto
I'm
and then
conscious.
take the train to the venue.
Yeah, sure. That's
Now I'm
also
feeling
doable.
conscious
But
about
thought
what
we
I
were
say.
building, you know, like a huge bridge all the way from Seoul to
Well,
Toronto.
sure, but you know,
Hi,
the plans
YouTube.
haven't been communicated. It's not public information yet for the fans
Oh,
here.
this is Sliggy's top secret mission.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, if they make it, I expect that. Okay, well, Edmund said I'll have to hold that thought as Ring's dead. With that, whatever the timeout call was for, PRX have undone it
Nobody one guide me. I just looked
instantly
at it
at
and
the
I
very
got
start
scared.
of the round.
They're so aggressive.
I guess now I have time. I was going to say,
Yeah.
every PRX game, if they make
you
it to
call.
Toronto,
Thank you for
I
the
think he needs to
prime.
dress up as a conductor.
Oh,
He needs a train
cool.
whistle, he needs a little hat.
Oh, he should. Yeah.
And if you don't do it, you're dead to me.
Yeah. Yeah. You're just a bad human.
We'll never,
if you don't do it.
I will never communicate with you again. So get on it.
Get that outfit ready.
Well, this is going to go from bad to worse. It's Divide just holding out a wide angle. Two players now trapped in to this A site. Two around the corner. And PRX not looking to get overly aggressive. Except for Forsaken, who will go for a quick little peek. Unpunished, though. And you've got a little insurance policy of something around the corner.
What exactly
Forsaken
happened?
even
there?
getting closer. Hunter's Fury.
Okay,
Ooh,
chill.
goes down.
We stop now.
Okay.
Please?
30 seconds
Don't want to
left.
give up Mako many more looks like that.
Oh, they don't notice though.
Forsaken might have got spotted there.
Even if he has, I'm not sure if there's
Did
going
he?
to be too much to be done about
Oh,
it.
Jesus.
Forsaken is on it. Mako now
13 seconds.
frantically trying to hold on to the
Nice.
weapon. He cannot. Batman is right there to go ahead and take it away from him.
Yeah.
And that is PRX counteracting the timeout
just
call gorgeously by spamming the wall and then just running forward and getting kills.
I mean, yeah, that second kill is much more PRX, but that spam there, just anticipating that there's going to be a player up on belt.
Whoa.
Heck yeah. Giving the PRX
Thought
fans
I
something
heard
to be
Shiba.
excited about again. Hudman with the hero rifle. Love Mako's pit if you can get there, but it's a lot of pistols behind it.
Hero rifle for Hyunmin.
Jing, so aggressive. I mean, this space they take at A early is so frustrating for
They have
DRX.
one
Does
rifle.
Bane have any information about this at all? Seems like
As
the
long as
drop.
we don't pull
got
our
heard.
regular
Maybe
PRX
starting to
move.
hear his footsteps, perhaps. That's
Okay!
something. He's just mowed him down
he
through
didn't
the
see
smoke.
anyone, did he?
Jing eventually, patience
just
there,
shot
gets
through.
rewarded, finds
What the
himself a
fuck?
kill. Hunter's Fury going to be called out.
Bro.
Something finds Fring, and that's going to be a flawless round. PRX. Now 5
How long has it
consecutive.
been since we pulled the
Gets
PRX?
his 6 on this defense.
Wait, I don't think we have put one.
They look so good
Recently.
right now. I mean, again, the map understanding their win conditions to get ahead. in
When
multiple
I say
ways.
that, I meant like
Not only does this early aggression on A
Go.
just net kills and make things difficult, but it gets ahead of the controller utility. That makes this Harbor Viper comp scary. Puts a ton of pressure on them. There's so much that's layered behind this idea that is working out extremely well for them. On top of their just cracked mechanics.
1v4
I
right
mean, you gotta
ahead. No,
love this
I
is
don't want
PRX.
that,
You don't have to
bro.
worry about any
Yeah,
flashes.
that was
You can just
crazy,
run
though,
at
the
people
1v4.
and
Losing that was
shoot.
insane.
It's the best day ever.
They've now gotten themselves 6 round wins, guaranteeing at least a tie at the half. That's after
Head
not
toss. Why?
cleaning up the pistol round. And from the defending side, tap of the spike, something out wide, sends out a shot, and Bane will go ahead get alerted as Mako
Okay, wait.
does
I
note that
started
flank coming down
smiling
from
because,
mid.
you know, in my head
He
it's
was
like,
gonna be
oh
able to
yeah,
spring
oh
trap.
yeah.
Mako keeps them in the
Wipe
round
that
here for
smile
now.
off my face.
The wall,
Fucking hell.
or rather,
I will
Oracle
wipe
Fall
it off.
Forsaken joins it. And it seems like DRX will go ahead and break this round win streak that PRX had established. Get themselves a 4-6 score line. Cash aplenty. But PRX not looking to get, you know, too silly with it. They'll just back away.
I wouldn't mind seeing Devi go out there and die. Try to get a little bit closer to that lockdown, but...
There's a caveat the rest of this. Have a follow-up to your statement.
What statement?
It's just, I wouldn't mind if you just went and just died in this round. That'd be fine.
Well, yeah. I have reasons for everything.
To go hunting.
Yeah. But I mean, like, you know, you can get closer to the lockdown is my point.
Yes.
4,
No, I don't
6.
disagree. There's still a lot of damage to be dealt. But I think the call is, okay,
As
we
long
don't
as you
want
don't
Bane
affect your bro.
to get any closer to his lockdown, freeing to that Armageddon as well.
Yeah.
2 more
Ooh,
rounds to be
exit
played
right.
out. He will...
Make it
he's gonna pull some
expensive.
clout around mid.
Get spotted.
That's not what I meant.
He's gonna die
okay.
around mid. Mako will be able to find it.
That's okay.
But he already had that pin, so...
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
You give it up to the right person, no biggie. No biggie at all. All right. Estrella has his ult again. Great win there for Bane. Something's just threw his aim off a little bit with some movement. One of those bullets went wide. So a little bit of miss micro there. Cost him potentially against Bane. Operator available. One away from a Blade Storm as well for something. Again, though, a lot of scaling ability here for DRX with this Reckoning.
Orb goes up there in mid. Jing as well, scaling further and further down too, but double face out, and that's going to clear the turret. They keep the op hidden here for the moment. Mako pinging out the position though, damn near perfectly. But does he know what weapon's behind it?
If they can lock this mid angle down, this B hit has to be really clean for DRX.
Swoop out. Seems like they didn't know. Op catching them off guard. Something brings it out. Now down a player. They're flanking that potential A pressure that could be coming out. Very quickly gets nullified as Jing shifting
Holy
over.
shit!
Snipes him in out of the skies. 2 kills found for him before getting traded out. 2v4. Tap of the plant. Mako trying to see what kind of response he
Don't
gets
throw
from it.
2v4.
But now he's backed away. Spots out Patman
Down.
here. Wide swung.
Come down.
From Snowman.
Stop, no,
Mako
picking.
able to find
Okay,
one.
picking. Rush him.
Find Forsaken. If he hits that shot, this
Oh,
round may be
Forsaken's eating
doable,
good
but
today.
instead,
Holy
it's
shit.
going to be Forsaken collecting the final 2. 7-4.
Bro, he's popping off.
PRX guaranteed the advantage here at the half.
This is just great creative stuff from the early part of the round again. This time they're showing different looks to DRX. It's been a lot of early A pressure. Goodness gracious, Jing. But that gives them so much map control here. They have that mid, they get that
He
kill.
even
They
stood up,
know
bro.
that the, you know, one of the lurkers is dealt with. That allows them to just plant their feet there, and Estrella just pushing forward to try to get the spike down. Never gets to use the Reckoning, still has it. Still have the pit. Only one more round to use them. Oh,
Confidence play from Patman. Shot's going a little bit wide. Hyunmin able to chase in, finds that kill. Mako trying to get himself entrenched here in tube.
Why refresh?
There's
that?
Estrella. Cove
Hope to
down,
be back.
shock dart avoided there.
Spike planted.
Goes for a little bit of a safer plant. Minor damage going to be suffered. Now stays in a forward spot. Drone to try to flush him out the wall. Falling,
Holy
something
shit.
scoped in. Finds Hyunmin. Estrella now.
What
Watch out,
the-
Bane covering fire. Able to find one. Pinches
Yo,
it
what the
from
fuck?
mid. His wall gets
What
raised
did
in
he
the opposite
fight
angle.
for?
And Bane is just holding this down, keeping his IGL alive.
Wait a minute, 4v2,
Now
what
Mako
happened?
up over the top. Springs the ultimate trap. And it is just Devi left.
Oh, ball.
DRX 7-5 here in their grasp. There's Devi
That will
running
cut
out
my
of
head
time and
if we
options, and
refresh this.
everybody disconnected here away from the site. Even the Armageddon layered in, because why the hell not? Bane will go ahead
Oh, man.
started off the defense
Hi,
there.
7, we still have the lead.
We'll finish it.
Wait, it's the same score line as the
DRX
previous map, no?
Rescue the half as much as they possibly can, but
What does that mean?
now he moves to the
Oh,
defense.
shut up now.
It
You
needs
know
to
what
be
I mean.
immaculate.
yeah, this just felt like a hard read from PRX. They're assuming that with that Reckoning there again, the last time they saw it, it did go B, so they're like, okay, surely this time, hey, Patman, you could play a little bit aggressive, maybe get some space, get some map control. Nope, got shot right down.
Deja vu. Da 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 da. Is that
And,
copyright?
well, halftime,
Wait, if I
7-5
sing it,
again.
Copyright doesn't work that way, right?
PRX
Yeah, it
up
doesn't
on
work.
top
Okay,
on
I'm
their
high.
defender
Leave me alone.
side.
I don't know.
I mean, that's scary. You know going to that attacker side, that's their better half of the map. On
Oh,
pretty much
wow,
every
she's
map.
so
Yeah.
pretty. Holy.
Ooh, tough choice.
Oh,
Always keep
We'll go with
breaking.
Mako though.
yeah, I think you could convince me either way.
Yeah, I don't think it was
He's
a bad.
so cute.
I
Don't
think it was a
hide that
bad
face. You're
selection
so
whatsoever.
pretty, bro. What the hell?
No. Who's stronger? Like in what regard? Like who can lift more weights? Well, I don't know. 'Cause they're both pretty skinny.
They probably, knowing these two and what a
Stalker?
pair they
How am I a
are,
stalker?
they probably can like
I
bench
just
the
said she's
exact,
pretty, you fucking
like, down to
idiot.
the gram,
How's that stalking?
the exact same number.
They can bench the bar.
Yeah,
What the hell is that?
maybe.
Hey, yo!
Maybe.
Chill!
I mean,
the hell?
right now, if you're
Biggest
going off
guy,
this
thank you for the
series,
9
it would have to be
months.
Forsaken. The impact that we've seen from him
Yes.
has been just utterly fantastic.
He has really stepped up.
And I think that that's a great
Pokemon
sign
reference.
for Paper
Like
X.
Charmander.
Oh,
In the
yeah.
long run, if Jing doesn't have to be the
You know
hard
what,
carry
I'm
like he
done.
was last week, not that he had to be the hard carry there,
Uh.
but he doesn't have to be.
you
They can
don't
still
know
come out with clean,
that Pokemon?
pretty good victories, convincing
Really?
victories. That is going to be a very
the hell?
big boon.
Well, if you can get
I don't know why that made me laugh.
by,
It's not even
you
funny.
know, everybody something
Oh,
firing on all cylinders for that Paper X
you
team,
like Digimon, bro?
we know what can happen.
What the hell?
We've seen it before.
You like My Little Pony?
We've been there.
They're all animals anyways.
And
Kinda.
stack up pretty
Of an
heavily
animal. I don't know.
over towards a
My
alarm bot
little
at the front.
pony. My
Other than that,
little
it's just Hyunmin.
pony.
Really anticipation of a B hit, even the harbor wall being put out. But they're going to get a rude awakening here shortly. Just how much damage can Hyunmin do?
As the Sheriff and the Tailwind still not yet popped. And it's going to be some damage exchange here between the two Jets. 9 HP the difference. There's just a couple fishing shots,
flashy. I
nothing
don't-
really going to be
I don't
found.
have one.
Salvo sent out, but Plant
Is
still
your
able to be
misticking-
stuck, not quite on the mark. Front
Ororo?
box Plant here from Forsaken.
Looks kind of like a
Launches out
Digimon.
that Teho util as something to
okay.
protect Bane and Estrella.
Wait a minute. Pistols ain't
Both down
over.
on the floor. Ping reveal as well as Hyunmin completely, utterly spotted out alongside Fring. Mako now re-wrapping around, gets himself towards the rafters. And something collects himself a
Ace!
third kill.
It's for $5 million.
Looks for a little bit more, but it won't
Oh,
matter. It's going to be a
Only for
flawless
PayPal link.
pistol. Paper
Oh my god,
Rex.
chat. I want to say it, but I
2
can't.
to 2 in that
'cause you guys will
regard across
destroy me
this
if I
series,
say
but
it.
now, once again, up by 3 rounds.
You know what I want to say? Eat. Say it.
Something
Say
just
it.
so clean here. And a little bit
But
of
I'm
early round
feeling
patience from
good.
Paper X pays off
Oh.
because they've got
Say it now. If I say it, you guys will ask me to shut the fuck up.
DRX just completely
Say it.
bamboozled.
You say it.
Seemed like
You say
it
it.
was a pretty hard read that this was going to be B-side.
say
He
it,
didn't
Ma.
come in on his own, you know, and right after the harbor wall had been used, so it's a good timing as well for Paper X. Just kind of waiting for the clock to tick down. That's when they make their strike. A little bit of extra utility
shit.
even squeezed out of DRX before they get there. So the retake just never had any legs.
So why
I mean,
is it that you guys say it, you
Jing
guys are
waiting
not
there
a
with
jinx, and I'm the
paranoia,
jinx if I
screens,
say
the
anything
recon util
remotely
good,
similar
something
to what you
good,
just said?
all good.
How's that fair? You guys are the
Hard to do it
jinx.
better than that.
If we lose, I'm banning all of you.
Just Mako alone here on site for the moment. Tucks back behind as Paranoia went across. DRX quick to try to
What?
pivot and get into position here.
Just kidding. Calm down. I ban all
As
of you. I
Bane
don't have
eating
a
quite a
job
bit of
anymore.
damage.
Think about it that way.
Biggest firepower that they have with that Sheriff. Now down to 60. Push out, shots flying. Hyunmin somehow with a
The
classic at that
classic.
range is able to go ahead and
Classic.
take down Jing. I don't know. By the bundles. As Plant is not yet in. Forsaken pushing forward. He's trying to bait Hyunmin out here on the peak. The retap now coming through. Damage suffered onto something. Looking for the peak of the tap. Forsaken
Ooh.
draws down the Guardian. Needs a bit more damage.
Movie.
Hyunmin finds a second. And in the end,
For the
it
sake of
will
it,
be
saving
somewhat
us.
rescued as Forsaken
Round after
scrapes by
round.
with 3 HP remaining.
What? I thought we were
Well,
cooked.
That was probably a little messier than you'd like it as Paper X, but you get
though.
there in the end. Forsaken now,
No, no.
your top
Forsaken's
fragger.
on something today.
well, tied with something, but top KD. God,
What
disgusting.
the fuck? Ew.
Patman.
Oh,
under two.
okay.
Ooh, hits a couple nasty ones.
One enemy remaining.
Forsaken, nicely done. Cool, calm, collected as
Oh,
always. And it's
Selection of
Lurkies.
half armors here for the side of DRX. It's only Hyunmin with full.
if only they had gotten an outlaw. What a guardian. Also
Wouldn't
good.
be uncommon for something on the attack.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Maybe it would be a good choice here, but whatever.
Oh, what in the... Mako.
Yeah.
Oh, 7.
I swear he just
knows.
well, whoop, gotta be careful there, Jing.
Yeah, head would have been spotted up over the top as well there from Hyunmin. Paranoia. Sure if it quite connected onto the jet. Either way, something forced to reposition. Goes out with a tailwind. Jing tries to plant his feet. Bane is there. 2 guns pointed at him, and right now Estrella coming up with 2, but Divine tries to answer back a bit. Makes it a bit more costly here for the side of DRX as 2 casualties do come in. DRX not going to allow for a bonus conversion. We'll keep the gap to just 3 rounds.
I mean, what
There
it
you go, your
signals to
funny
me with
number
Mako when he
shit
does
that you
stuff like
wanted.
this is that he just does a ton of odd review.
Ha ha ha,
And he
giggle,
just
giggle,
knows
lol.
where players are going to sit behind smokes. And
My
just
God.
spams it. And has tremendous crosshair placement. So well done. Okay, so bonus isn't this time going to go the way
Childish.
of PRX after they win their pistol like it did on Lotus. Now you've got that outlaw. But like 3
Feels like
players have full armor.
Yeah, it feels like maybe a round late compared to when you would like to have had it, but still an opportunity for it to do some heavy damage here. And even if you get the body shot.
You know what else would do heavy damage? A train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe one day we'll get a train map in Valorant and there's a train that just drives through the middle and you have to avoid it.
I'm okay with that.
It's at a certain time of the round. Well, see, there you go. Might not be a kill, but he got Hyunmin at 10 HP. He's not going to be looking for any peeks. Something, somehow, does not get that shot. Eventually is able to take him down, though. Doesn't suffer any additional damage either.
Spike
As
planted.
lobbing on the nano, going to be too late to try to really find any
Viper
punish
with the
damage there
lurkies.
onto the plant. Patman now very deep late lurk around this B site. Mako at
Pet
risk
man
of
go
getting
crazy,
caught.
man.
As all sites from DRX are currently trained forward here
Wait,
on this
wait,
position.
wait for
Estrella
Batman!
is moments
Wait
away
for
from potentially
Batman!
dying. Patman striking now from behind.
Right,
Finds
right.
one of Bane, similarly dead at screens. Something going to be picked off, but the cleanup is there. The outlaw finds its value. PRX get themselves up to double digits.
It's so good. I love how something just yeets himself there at the end. Sacrifices himself for the cause so his teammates can get these kills. Good opening outlaw shot. Sets up that opening kill.
One enemy
And
remaining.
then they just flood onto site. Reckoning be damned. PRX getting ever so close.
I got the mic.
Timeout here.
Mic picking and shit.
A lot of pressure on Termi and DRX.
Can I say it now? Can I say it now?
Get this turned around
Can
and
I
turned
say it
around
now?
quickly. By the way, I have some beef with you.
Yeah?
I have some bones to pick.
Oh, what?
ahead.
You guys
I
are
was
dead
listening
scared.
to
You
your
guys don't trust
broadcast
PRX
last
at all?
week.
Yeah, what was the
You
problem?
guys don't trust that we
Well,
win?
first of all, you said
We
whoever's
won!
sitting next to you, you'll
GGs!
back them up.
Oh, 7, we're
unless
going to
it's me.
Toronto!
A.
Have you
We
not-
won,
have you
we
not noticed
won!
that
It's
yet?
over! We're not even going to back 3!
After all these
This
years.
is a bit. Shut up.
Wait. So if we win, I'm a blessing, right?
B.
Hey, if we win, I'm a blessing!
B. You made a pun last week. Okay,
BLESSIG,
this is what
looking at
actually
Excel.
upsets me. You made a pun.
I
If we
did.
lose, I will quit. I will
And I
quit.
immediately
I will
regretted it.
resign. I have full
I'm
faith
so
that we're gonna
jealous.
win. No,
Yeah.
you shut up.
Komodo right
you have
now.
no faith.
Because I made a pun
Hey.
in front of him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Well,
I will be a blessing.
You're the one who's going to be judged in the
Put
locker.
my dick in
I
your
guess
mouth.
you're just going to have to suck it up and move on with your life.
I mean, that's
What the hell?
really the only choice I have. So yes.
If we lose,
That's good to have you back.
Yeah.
we'll talk about
good
it
to be
then.
back.
But bro, I'm so fucking sure
All
we
right,
are
well-
on fire.
Scattered by here for scattered DRX. This PRX looking to take some very aggressive space in the straight.
Bro.
Narrowly come away with that
Oi.
kill. Similarly,
Oi,
on the
oi,
forward
oi.
peak, find something.
Oh my days.
Drop down, heard.
I'm done. I'm actually done.
Over the top.
Holy
Quite being
shit.
spotted, but Estrella
Okay,
not
wait,
noticing.
Batman. Save me,
Its head
ball.
was just
What's up,
mindfully
tolol?
exposed there over the top of that harbor
Putangina.
wall.
Dude, Patman.
Ah, putangina.
Going crazy. Bring now dead. Just the one hero rifle in play. The drop down. 10 men able to find.
Trades after trades after
One
trades.
more
Okay,
kill
they
here
have,
with it,
they have
but Bane
shit
now
guns still.
stuck
Bro,
in
they
back
have shit
sight.
guns.
One enemy remaining.
Jumps out, but no, it's Patman
Putangina.
who rushes forward.
Phew.
Mako now arriving.
Oh, good, bro.
Knows where he's at. Sends out the bite.
It's a
Clear the recon. They're looking to try to double face, and Mako cannot find
Hey!
it. Patman with a
Why are you sweating,
massive
bro?
four-piece.
Why are
Denying
you
any
sweating?
heroics. DRX can get damage,
You
but
shut
they
up.
cannot get the
Calm
round
down,
win.
we got this. Trust, bro.
Just-
Sometimes you guys gotta
I mean,
put
a
some
good
trust in
start
the team
here
that you
for
support.
DRX.
What the hell?
They're up 5-3.
It's not always, oh my god, we're gonna lose. Sometimes we are gonna
Batman.
fucking win.
Puts on the mask and the cloak. Goes hero mode.
One enemy remaining.
This is absolutely ridiculous stuff. Goodness, he has been such a find here
You
for
want a
PRX,
third
and he
game?
is fitting
Not today,
in
not
so
today.
well.
Maybe
16 and 9
wait,
now on the
tomorrow. I
Viper.
mean, we will have a third game. Not today,
2
bro. Not
rounds
today.
for PRX to go to Masters Toronto.
Gunman,
Just 2 rounds, mate.
solid start as Jin gets taken
Just
down
2
to Hunter's
rounds.
Fury in reply here. Forsaken getting a
Okay!
hit. Straya going to be taken down. A 1-for-1 exchange at the end of it all. Smokes for walls. Patman on the corner here of the window. Peeks out, alerts. Bane's sights now turned over towards mid.
He didn't clear it initially. They wait a little bit.
Goes for it now.
Got to check kitchen. You got to make sure he didn't walk past.
Stealth drone, nothing spotted. Forsaken does make his way across the mid. Thought maybe they would double back after the drone. Doesn't see anything but Bane at risk here being caught, but it's a little bit of early damage and tucks back around the corner. Patman unable to find that kill. Will just go ahead, slide his way through tube, but now has the catch as Mako pinched up over the top. Hyunmin a little bit too late. The shots did not get
Oh,
fouled.
I've only got one more, huh?
Spring eventually will be able to find it, but something
3v2.
is up and over the top. Hyunmin dead. Player advantage massively in their hands. As Defy with the up. Cuts down freeing. The bank account's
Oh my God,
empty.
we fucking
One
are.
round away from getting themselves
We're so
over to a
bad.
Masters
Oh my God,
in
we are so
2-0
fucking bad.
fashion.
Dude, this round is all Patman. The way he is playing this tube is so good. The trickery he is employing. Popping the turret, sliding back down, using his poison cloud to slide under the tube, catching him completely off guard. The timings, the movement, the efficiency. Dude, Patman,
Oh my God.
that is
We're so
brilliant work. Now Devi just gonna hold the line. Knives out.
Hyunmin over the top, just below him there is something. Drops down, gets ping revealed. Hyunmin now going to have to reposition. PRX
Going back to
similarly
my
thinking
hometown,
twice about
guys.
working their way forward into that site. Pit available for a post plant. No ults to speak of at the moment here for the side of DRX. And Armageddon, if Freeing can find a kill.
They've taken just enough time. They threw out one single smoke over at Pipes. That's got DRX at
Oh
least
my
leaning
God, the
an extra
emote.
player back over towards A. Drone as well. So PRX really trying to sell that they're still thinking about A. When we can see, this is certainly more of a B
Yeah,
hit.
their
I like
buys
the
are
change of
pretty
position here
shit.
for Bane. A little bit further back in kitchen. Oh,
And Mako
something.
taken down. I thought maybe it would be at risk if the op could get onto a wider angle, but
Dude,
something
this
has
is
just
it.
been so damn clean.
Has to be it.
The drift under tube, Freeing turning back, but does he get timinged? Patman on the hunt, but Freeing finds a headshot. Armageddon now at the ready, sends it over towards
Ooh,
yellow.
what
Hyunmin
the-
updrafted,
Oh,
finding
okay,
Divide. Forsaken going to be taken down as the ult goes across. Paranoia not connecting, but something's blades do. Falls down to 8 HP. And it's he and Jing. The duelist duo to try to see if they can keep this from going on a little bit longer, but they cannot. Bane will
We have
find
rounds
3
to lose.
kills
We
keep
have
DRX
rounds to
afloat.
lose.
5 rounds
Calm
in a
down.
row is what's
Wait.
needed, though, to
It's
try
okay,
to
it's
take this
okay.
into overtime.
The next one could be it. The
Huge
next
step up
one
here
could be
from
it.
the
You know,
DRX
bro,
players.
what the?
Some of their individual
Oh,
moments.
good, oh, good, oh, good.
Even though you
Very
lose
ridiculous.
one early, Freeing, great recognition.
Nice shot, though.
Immediate understanding from DRX. They got to be watching for Patman under that
No,
tube.
we have rounds to lose.
Found ways to slip the net. And they got to be diligent. Bane, good stuff. There's still hope here. We've seen what DRX can do. We saw it on Lotus. They can run rounds together. They can challenge. Hyunmin with the op. Lockdown for Bane. Op as well for Devi still. Let's see what PRX has in store.
TP deep over at Snowman. Mako sights immediately turned back towards that position for a brief little moment at least. He's holding close, catches a glimpse, and something's going to be taken down. Reads it incredibly well. Mako turns back and finds the lurk.
Locating targets.
RX fighting back here, tooth and nail. Looking to at least bring it to 4 remaining chances.
I'd just save here as PRX, to be honest.
Yeah, their money is going to be a bit out of sorts. As there's a reset on the aim, Straya collecting 2. And now it is just the operator in the hands of Devi. And the call to save might just have to be made here, as the spike is out in no man's land.
There should be no world where Devi does this. He's going to make a go for it, maybe. Just get out, my friend. This is long since over.
He's been having a hell of a day, but this might be a bit of a stretch. So
30
we'll just
seconds
go ahead,
left.
save, go for the operators. No idea if there's anybody flanking him here. And we'll just play
Okay,
this out as quietly
again,
as he
we
possibly can.
have
20
rounds
seconds
to
to go
lose.
by. DRX will get themselves an 8th round win.
Yeah, they
For the rounds.
just
though.
shut the door here on B. Mako, not fooled at all.
seconds
You
left.
cannot fool the master. He's one of the best in the business when it comes to smoke trickery. And he is just
I'm not
head on a
worried.
swivel,
Think.
ready to go for an attempted kind of cheeky crunch play from the side of PRX, and wins his duel against something and
Got an
immediately
ult.
turns his attention back towards Jing. This is, what a timing there as well.
Good
As
as
that poison
hell.
cloud is blooming. Makes it a lot harder for something to react. All
I'm
right,
cold again. Fuck. Oh god, I'm getting cold again.
gonna assume PRX. Talk about this a little bit more. It's the first one they've had to use.
Yeah. They've been in a fairly comfortable position. I mean, when you look back at the round sheet, how this has developed,
Bro, if you guys want to
been in a
play, we
solid
play
spot,
tomorrow,
started
man.
off the half with that pistol win.
I don't want to play today, bro. Go home.
So now, looking to pump the brakes here for just a moment.
No, as in not go home in that way.
And get those
You know what
gears
I mean,
turning
right?
again to try to bring this
That sounded
to a
weird.
conclusion, to avoid OT, to avoid a third map,
That is crazy.
have it be
Okay.
over and done with.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, yeah.
As
Go
both of
home
these
to
teams
Toronto.
have to be prepared
Back to my
for
hometown.
another
Yes, yes.
series tomorrow, a longer one at that. There's the loser here,
Yes,
or the
yes.
winner here, I should say.
At home.
Has
Oh,
to
thank
go
you
up
for the
against
100 bits, by the
RQ.
way.
The loser is done until stage 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's a grueling run, but we saw T1 do it in kickoff.
Yeah,
So very doable to come through and still,
saw Genji do it all of last year.
yeah, basically. I'd like to see the op passed over to something here, maybe play a little
An
bit of
op.
2 pressure, but one way or another, this works as well.
Well, Pit immediately going to
Oh.
be invested here from
Damn.
Mako. Not wanting to give this round up, has the judge, but has to
Drawn him out. Drawn
backpedal.
him out.
That forces him out from the moment.
Oh god.
As something gets quite a bit of damage in.
What the
Mako
fuck?
down to 54, just from that frenzy at mid-range.
Loses the pit.
Has to give it up. PRX now, they might feel even more inclined to pressure this side of the map.
Love the way they did that. Drone into a recon, and Tavai finds a kill.
Ring taken down.
This is it.
There underneath
No,
too,
calm
just
down.
got the peak. Bane now
Wait,
having
wait,
to hold
wait.
that angle, which leaves
Mako's
Mako
low
by
as hell.
himself.
Oh, be rifle.
Hand to the sky for Patman.
Our
Ready
buys
to
are not
send
that
out
good,
that
but
bite.
also not too bad.
Run.
That's the start. The lockdown sent.
Oh.
Matched in kind here from the defender side. Just looking to try to disrupt this Mako.
Wait, hold.
Find any
What the
kind
hell
of
are you
damage
guys
that he can
doing?
possibly get. Blight gonna be
Oh.
layered in. He'll get pinged out. Forsaken. Tagged up a bit as something is gonna be
Do you know?
detained.
Oh my god, they...
Bane hasn't noticed.
Oh my god.
Quite just yet. He has not turned back. Finally does. Moments before something would have
Okay, never
gained
mind
his
then.
weapon. 2 kills gonna be found. Player advantage now for the side of DRX. Still though, the operator in hand for the buy.
I'm sticking.
Paranoia sent out. Lion's share of the players able to dodge that one with the nano swarm. Finds Estrella. Mako dead. And Ching will find the last kill. All aboard, ladies and gentlemen. The train is for real. PRX have qualified to Masters Toronto. The final seed, the final team from Pacific. They are back on the
Yeah,
global
we're back.
stage once again.
The rumors of PRX's demise have been greatly exaggerated. They are back, ladies and gentlemen.
We're so fucking
What
bad!
a performance they
Sorry,
put on
but-
here today.
Oh my...
A 2-0,
Oh my god,
a
we're
run
so
through the
funny.
playoffs, and they're back. And it doesn't
I swear to
look
God,
that
if I
different
see
to how
one
it
more
has in the
YouTube video
past.
about the downfall of
They
PRX,
are
fuck
bragging
you!
out. And they look
back for
so,
now.
so good.
Commiserations. I'm sure that these bounds will be taken with a heavy heart.
I'm going
For
back
the
to my
side of
hometown.
DRX, not able to make it to back international appearances here in 2025. But you have to give enormous credit to the team as well as the coaching staff for what they've had to deal with this season
never
as
got
far
good.
as just the changes coming through. It's been a very solid effort from them, but the same can
everything
very
that
much
these
be
little
said
boys
of
have been through,
PRX.
man.
Patman will be making his way onto the international
Everything that
stage.
they went through.
What a trajectory
Don't
for this young
understand.
player it has been, from getting picked up a decent first outing into absolutely helping demolish DRX as they qualify.
Tremendous. Tremendous.
All right, well, we'll send it down to Jen, who's going to be standing by with our winners interview.
Congratulations and welcome to Masters Toronto PRX. Congratulations, Alex. Congratulations, Davai. Here you go, microphone. If I could have you stand in the center. Davai. Alex, microphone for you. 네, 페이퍼렉스의 다바이 선수 알렉스 감독 만나보도록 하겠습니다. 승리 축하드립니다. 경기 끝나고 선수들 모두 너무 기뻐하던데요. 사실 그도 그럴 것이 너무나도 험난한 길을 통해서 마스터즈 진출에 성공했습니다. 지금 어떤 생각이 가장 먼저 드는지 다바이 선수에게 물어보고 싶네요. Congratulations, guys. I mean, I could
No,
see
I'm
the
just happy.
excitement
I'm not crying,
in your
I'm not
eyes,
crying.
especially for Forsaken's reaction
Just
too.
happy.
But you guys will be fighting in Toronto. So can you tell us about how excited you are to be back on the international stage?
You guys know, right, how much hate
I mean,
that PRX has got.
That's how I said that. I mean,
This just
obviously,
feels- just
I'm very
hits.
happy, and I think the team feels the same way.
All
We've
the
been working
crazy
very hard
hit
ever
that
since
we've
we have
gotten
a rough
last
start in the beginning of the season. But I told the team that if we win the DFM game, we're gonna go to Toronto.
먼저 기분이 너무 좋고 너무 좀 힘든 시즌이었기 때문에 그만큼 또 빛을 본 것 같고요. 그리고
No, I'm
오늘
happy, I'm
진짜
happy, I'm not
승리를
crying,
하면
I'm
토론토에
happy.
가니까 다 같이 힘내서 한번 이겨보자라는 마인드가 잘 통했던 것 같다고 합니다. 근데 포세이큰 선수가 정말 기뻐하던데 왜 그렇게 기뻐했을까요? I saw Forsaken going holy sheesh, like
Holy
3 times
sheesh?
in a row.
Oh.
Why?
I don't know. I think he's been working out also, and also I think he's been very excited, and also he's also been working very hard. So yeah, I guess the gym energy is hitting him.
LOL!
아, 요즘 그 포세이큰 선수가 헬스를 많이 해서 체력이 좋아지고 좀 에너지가 채워진 것 같고 또 이렇게 토론토에 갈 수 있어서 너무 좋았다고 그래서 그런 격한 리액션이 나온 것 같다고 얘기를 합니다. 그리고 알렉스 감독님도 좀 마스터즈를
guys,
가게
this
되면서
hits
방콕은
pretty
함께하지
hard.
못했지만
I don't know if you guys
지금 토론토
know
갈
how
생각이
much
너무 기쁘실
hate
것 같고 또 팀원들이
that PRX have
자랑스러우실 것
gotten
같은데요. 소감부터
the past few
들어보도록
months
하겠습니다. Alex,
when
I
we were
mean, you
having
guys missed out
our
Bangkok, but
down,
this time
right?
you guys
Bro,
will be flying over to Canada
it's
to fight
insane.
on an international stage once again. How proud are you?
Like, I'm
of
just
the
their
PRX
content
guys,
creator.
and also
I've gotten
how
that fair
happy
share
are
of
you
hate
tonight?
just because we were losing.
Obviously
I
very
cannot
happy.
imagine how they feel.
I think
Like, I
I
don't
can see the amount of
know.
work they put in.
Bruh.
You know, even from the start of the kickoff, I think we came back immediately after we basically took like a 5 days break and we came back immediately to Korea to achieve this. So I am extremely proud of them.
아, 워낙 이 선수들이 너무 열심히 해준 걸 알고 있기 때문에 그
It's like-
노력이 빛을 발한 것 같고 그리고 사실 킥오프
I don't know how to
끝났을
tell
때
you guys
그때부터
like
좀 더
what
폼을 올리고
PRX itself
퍼즐
has
조각을
been
맞추기
through
위해서
the past few months.
끝나고 5일 만에 다시
But it's been
한국으로
rough.
돌아와서
It's been
다 같이
rough.
열심히 스테이지 1을 준비했기
So
때문에
this is just-
너무너무 기쁜 결과라고 얘기를
I just
했는데요.
hope we can keep it up.
좀 다바이 선수에게 여쭤보고
I don't know.
싶어요.
I'm
지난
just-
5주간 상당히 많은 변화가 있었습니다. 뭐 팜렌 선수의 합류로 인해서 분위기도 많이 달라졌고 조합도 많이 달라졌고
That's why I always say
그리고
this.
모두가 페이버렉스가 기억을 찾은 것 같다라는 평가까지 받게 됐는데요. 어떤 요소가 어떤 변화가 페이버렉스가 이렇게 다시 폼을 되찾는데 큰 도움이 됐는지 가장 도움이 됐는지도 물어보고 싶네요. Davai, you guys had a
Wait, did he
lot
change
of
his goddamn
changes that you had to
sign?
go through
What the
within
hell?
past 5 weeks.
Did he
right?
actually
Patman
change
coming
it?
in, Vibe has changed.
Oh,
concept
thank you, man.
changed,
What the
know.
hell?
People are saying PRX is definitely back. You were saying
the
we're back.
fuck's
So
sake,
what do you
ah?
think the biggest factor
What
was
the
when it
hell?
comes to PRX remembering who they were and you guys getting back into that prime form?
Oh,
I
crazy.
think
Thank you.
It's hard to
Thank
get
you.
the form again because
Oh, what a
let's
good
be real,
day,
this year
bro. What a
we have
great
so
form.
many good teams, like especially from
Thank
Pacific.
you.
know. So we've been trying a lot of things in practice and stuff, and of
I
course
might
there's a
tear
lot
up,
of online
which I'm not
coaches
going
as well,
to.
you know, like,
Not
try
yet.
this,
Not
try
now.
that.
Not
So
right now.
it's-
Maybe when we
yeah.
win Toronto.
And, yeah, I mean,
maybe
it's
then.
good that it's working out. I mean, to be fair, we had Patman on the first game. We knew that it wasn't enough time yet to get the chemistry together, but we believe in the process, and also thanks to you guys that been supporting us. You know who you are.
Ping pong
You know who
rituals
you
helped you
are.
out too? Yeah?
I
You know who you fucking
ping pong is
are.
quite fun, but I'm not that good.
Okay. 먼저 워낙 그
Having a heart attack or some
패시픽
shit. Holy
팀들이
shit.
쟁쟁하기 때문에 열심히 일을 했어야 됐었고 워낙 열심히 노력을 한 게 빛을 발한 부분도 있었지만 그리고 팬맨 선수가 처음 합류했을 때 당분간은 좀 삐그덕거릴 수 있겠다라는 걸 좀 감안을 하고 열심히 노력을 했고요. 팬맨 선수 적응 이후에는 너무나도 좋은 결과를 만들어낸 것 같고 확실히 이렇게 하나로 똘똘 뭉쳐서 열심히 하고 그리고 좀 약간의 그 온라인 전문가들의 피드백을 받았다고 해요. 그 중국 레딧에서도 좀 피드백을 보면서 약간 비꼬는 것 같기는 한데 고쳐 나갈 때 고쳐 나가고 스테이지 1 동안 정말 많은 변화를 도입을 하면서 스타일을 찾아갈 수 있었고 그래서 좀 그 탁구가 많이 도와준 것 같냐고 하니까 탁구 재밌고 도움이 확실히 되는 것 같지만 다바이 선수 스스로는 탁구 잘
I don't know what
못한다고
to say,
실력까지 공개를 해줬는데요. 여기에 대해서 또 알렉스 감독은 어떻게 생각하고 있는지 궁금합니다. 성공적으로 폼을 끌어올리는데 어떤 부분이 가장 도움이 됐을까요? I want to hear from you, Alex. What do you think enabled you guys to get back in form, figure things out quick enough so that you guys can book your way to Toronto?
I think the biggest thing was just to get a win under our belts. Even you could see we're struggling in the DFM game because we're just trying our best to just win. The most important thing was that the players had to believe that they were good enough to do it. You know, after the DFM game, I think everything changed. We were a little bit more confident. We knew that, hey, we're not that bad. We had a lot of external help as well. Performance coach, remote coaching from other people. You know, I think that's a big deal. Also, we have Sliggy. I don't know if everyone knows the meme, but he was running he was leading the train charge, you know, and we managed to get it to Toronto somehow. We're still going to be here in Korea. We have things to do. Not finished yet. We're going to pick up some more people, but we are going to get to... I mean, I'm glad to say that the train will be stopping in Toronto.
That's my mechanic. Hello. And also, shout out to Pujan. You are our lucky charm. So, thank you.
Good job.
일단
nice flag. Holy shit.
승리했고 DFM 때 많이 힘들기는 했지만 어쨌든 승리를 했기 때문에 거기서부터 이제 선수들이 우리도 이길 수 있는 힘이 있고 다시 잘할 수 있다라고 느낀 게 가장 큰 변화였다고 얘기를 하고요. 그리고 사실 뭐 원격으로 코칭을 해주고 그리고 코칭 스태프들이 많이 도와주기도 했었고 또 슬리기 선수가 이 열차 유행을 시켜서 그 슬리기님을 필두로 한 열차가 드디어
Thank you for the tier 2. Thank you C4. Thank you for the 6 months. Thank you Picos for the 20 bits and then the 20 gift
선수까지 샤우트를 해주면서 우리의 럭키 참이었다라고 얘기를 해줬습니다. 자 이렇게 해서 내일 RRQ를 만나게 될 텐데 각오 한마디 듣고 인터뷰 끝내볼게요. Facing RRQ tomorrow.
So sorry, God, thank you, dude. I saw it. Thank you.
I mean, we had our ex-teammate in the team. I just hope that he's gonna perform well. We're also gonna perform well so that the viewers enjoy the show. I guess it's the better of the Indonesian, you know. So which one is the better Indonesian?
The Indonesian. 워낙 예전에 함께했던 선수가 있으니까 모두 누군지 아시죠? 보니엣 선수. 그렇기 때문에 또 누가 가장 잘하는 인도네시아 선수인가를 가림과 동시에 좀 재밌는 경기 하면 좋겠고 또 뷰어십도 많이 나왔으면 좋겠다는 얘기를 했습니다. 이렇게 해서 다바이 선수 알렉스 감독 만나봤습니다. Congratulations!
Thank you.
Good luck tomorrow.
We don't need luck anymore. I don't care. We're going to Toronto. It's fine.
돌아오겠습니다. 좋은 밤 되세요.
Okay, what am I supposed to say? Say something, guys. You know what? I'm just gonna hold on.
PRX is going to Toronto, baby. We've been waiting for it, and thank you for your sacrifice. The fuel, the coal in that terrain, sending them all the way across to another continent, ending this match.
I don't care anymore. We just made it to Toronto. I don't care next time.
You said PRX were the underdogs.
I really thought they were. I felt like DRX have been a much more formulaic team, and I thought they almost should have got their ticket against RRQ earlier on. I really believed PRX could do it, but I really did feel like they were.
Okay, YouTubers.
I think PRX really.
That's it for me for today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next watch party.
What a turnaround.
Thank you for watching.
Kickoff
YouTubers. I'll see you guys. I'm gonna just rank now on Twitch. See you on Twitch if you use Twitch. If you don't, then LOXD. Thank you, YouTubers. I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a great night. I am having a great day.
Especially the
Thank
Icebox
you.
pick. For DRX, that one's going to sting, and that means that both Masters representatives from Pacific have been